And I actually remembered to mute the stream so I won't interrupt myself when we start.
Shut up, me. Don't you tell me to shut up. No, you tell me to shut up. Shut up, me. Shut up. I'll go you, me. Yeah, come on, come at me, bro. I'm not your brother. Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to NASA Bunker 33. Tonight, we are going to ask to speak to the manager. That's right. It's Karen's in the wild again. Because, we really only cover like 4 topics on this show. We just alternate which ones we cover. So we're back and covering Karen's because Karen's are fucking hilarious. And we have the Karen expert with us tonight. She makes the greatest Karen videos on YouTube. What the hell, Karen? It's Glover Mom. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for inviting me on.
Awesome. We're glad you're here. You're the foremost Karen spurt on YouTube.
I wouldn't say that, but okay, I'm close, I guess.
Let's see who else. Oh, well, I'd normally introduce her first, but our amazing, wonderful producer that never fucks anything up ever, Zumi. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing fabulous, sweetie. I have to say, your suit is making the most fabulous shade of purple in this hot tub.
Yeah.
Did you not realize that it was bleeding through
not supposed to dump bleach in the water, though, so
that's what
the colors don't fade. But
I thought that's what.
I've got more smoking jackets, so it's all good.
I thought that's what you put in hot tubs was pure bleach. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm feeling a little burning sensation right now.
Oh, that was probably
yeah.
To let you know.
Well, we also dumped some Reaper squeezins in it just for fun.
Oh, see, there you go.
That may be the burning sensation.
Don't worry,
and Trent O nailed it. Trent O nailed it in the chat. Is one of the other topics tasers? Yes.
Yes, that's another
we do
one
love tasers on Bunker 33.
Yes, we do.
Who doesn't?
Let's see. Who else do we have? We have a Booma. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, well, I'm here to talk to the manager. And Quinnies, remember when you told me about those Viking river cruises? Well, I got to complain to the manager. You don't actually get to loot towns and monasteries along the way. You didn't tell me that. That's good money I don't want to pay anymore. So that's my Karenet. Apart from the fact it's 39 degrees here in Victoria. That's over 100 in freedom units, guys. It's fucking hot. It's terrible. But anyway, that's my Karenisms for the day. And I'm just going to point out that this water is getting warmer, and it wasn't me this time. So, guys, please.
That's probably
as long as the water doesn't turn yellow during
yeah. We have to watch that. Yeah.
That's probably
another question.
That's probably the hydrochloric acid I added earlier. You guys are starting to stink, and I figured y'all needed a nice cleaning.
Yeah, and Quinnies, your jacket's not a smoking jacket; it's a smouldering jacket because I keep trying to set fire to it, and it will go up. But anyway, I'm having fun, so this should be good. We've got Karens. Hopefully, we can chipmunk them, and they even sound even funnier when you chipmunk them. So, yay! Let's Karenite. Let's de-Karen the will.
Nimrod, if Glenn Serio got in this hot tub, there would be no room for water.
So, yeah, I was about to say that.
I mean, technically, it is a Glenn Serio sized hot tub because it fits exactly one Glenn Serio.
That's true. Okay, that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah.
And we also have sitting alone in the corner all by herself. She didn't want to get in the hot tub with us because parrots don't like hot water. Mallory, how are you doing tonight?
Mallory.
Amazing intro, as always.
It could be the tentacles are putting her off, just saying.
Globus can't tech. That's the problem. Globus just cannot tech, can they? Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think Mallory has quite gotten the joke that flat earthers are parrots, and that's why she's a parrot.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
We hear you.
Hey,
we hear you.
Here we go.
We'll clean out the cage. I'm sorry. It was
Mallory, want a cracker?
So all I was
Another
saying,
what, crap?
I've been out of the cage for a while, gaining trust of Bunker 33, yet secretly plotting. And a couple of nights ago in the asylum, I took hostage of all the Bunker 33 in an exchange for some keys at the bunker. But there has been some casualties, and there was some keyboard caps and a couple of carrots, and shots were fired, but I had failed. So now I'm back in this cage being surveillance, but yet I'm still secretly plotting because one day I will get those keys. And that's all I'm going to say. But
Sweetie,
I'm getting a little claustrophobic in this cage.
We
that's
keep
all
telling
I'm
you, you're not going to
saying
get the
right
key to
now.
the cocaine room. It is
But that's all
thoroughly
I
locked.
fucking want.
That sounds
I'm
like butthurt
sorry.
to me.
It
I
ain't
think
butthurt.
so.
It's called plotting. Give me the fucking
Cool.
keys to get out of the cage.
no.
She's like Pinky in the Brain. One day she'll dominate the world.
That's my job. No,
Ah.
that's my job to
What are we
dominate the
doing
world.
tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night.
Every day.
Try to take over the
Rule the
world.
world.
That's my job to take over the world.
Narf.
And it looks like we might have to recall another FTFE clone because he's becoming self-aware again. So
Uh-huh.
that's what, number 41? 42? I've lost count.
And it doesn't
I
really
think it's
matter
42,
at this
because
point.
it's always 42.
Yeah, it's always 42. No, wait, actually no, it's 420. It's 419 now. That's right, it's clone 419. Clone 420
Okay.
is supposed to be the epic best clone ever. But I don't know. He seems kind of crazy because he has those red eyes and it's kind of off-putting. We
And
might
he
Sure,
have
it's
smells
not
like a
666 then.
we might have to forego clones 420 for 421.
Yeah, Clone 666 is always a good one.
Yeah.
Except for the 666 clones usually want to take over the world too, so
Yeah, it's a little bit of a conflict of interest, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the Donald Trump clone, that was clone 666 if you didn't know.
Okay.
We went through 666 versions of him until we arrived at that one, and yeah, that one was a total failure.
All right. So, what do we have on store tonight? Well, we have Karen
Karens.
on store.
Mhm. Yep.
So, let's jump right into it.
Okay, full screen. Oh crap. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all green.
It's an
Sorry.
incoming Karenoscopy. A Karenoscopy, is that where you remove them or you get them?
I'm
not sure. What's an oscopy?
Hold on a minute. Let me fix this.
Oscopy is where you look at it. It's ectomy is
Oh,
where you
okay.
remove it.
So it's a
Yeah.
Karenoscopy. Okay, we're having a
Karenoscopy is what you
Karenoscopy. Woohoo!
Yes. Hmm.
There we go. And where's the TV? Shit. I guess we'll do this old school today. Well,
Zumi is our producer that never fucks anything up ever.
Right, exactly. This is on purpose, people. This is on
this is
purpose.
on purpose. This is completely on purpose.
It's a green out.
There
It's not, it's not easy being green. Oh my god.
we go.
Very important. Good.
This will exempt you. This will exempt you from wearing
Thank
a
you.
mask. So you feel right.
I love this one.
This will accept you from wearing a mask. Right.
Wait, is that the Freedom to Breathe agency or whatever it was?
I think so, or part of it, yeah. Or they're part of Peggy Hall's group,
What was that?
the Help the American.
I said you're the same kind of people that walk the Jews right into the gas tank.
Oh, good. Thank you. Got you on video.
No?
Have video.
And your
Because
name
that's
then?
what- That's what my name is Kellyanne Wolf. I'll give you my name.
Okay, you have a business card?
Oh, this lady. Yeah, I remember
Do you
her.
have Instagram? Do you have Instagram? Do you have Facebook?
I'm all over the place. I'm a musician and a very popular one.
No, she's not. No, she's not. I looked her up when I did this. She's not.
KellyanneWolfe. You are anybody who is going to commit to this kind of civil obedience is the same kind of people that believe their government when they walk the Jews into the gas tank. That's what I
Oh
do.
God. Godwin's law. Sorry, does not apply.
Yeah, Godwin's law does not apply.
By the way, I've got 13
Just for NA, it's a privilege of Karens. That's the collective noun for Karens. A
Yeah.
privilege.
It's a complaint of Karen's actually.
Oh, I thought it was a
No,
privilege.
it's a
Okay.
privilege. It's a privilege of Karen's.
Well, Schrodinger won the debate about privilege or complaint, and it was
He
a
was wrong.
complaint.
He was wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay, he was wrong. I
I
understand.
am superseding.
Okay,
it.
Karen,
It
thank
is-
you.
It is a privilege of Karen's. Thank you very much.
I think both are perfectly acceptable.
I like
No,
privilege
they're both-
complaint
situation.
myself.
No. They're both perfectly cromulent. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, they're perfectly cromulent.
They're
Yes.
right.
A privilege of Karens is just a group of Karens. But when you get an angry group of Karens, that's a
Okay.
complaint.
Oh,
There you go. I
There
got you
go.
now. I
There
got
we
you.
go.
It's the context. I got you.
It's
Okay.
context
Yeah.
sensitive then. Okay,
Mhm.
that makes
Context matters. Got it.
Context
So when they're
matters. Yes.
chirping,
A
when they're
privilege of
chirping, it's-
Karens are the group of Karens that go to a restaurant together. A complaint of Karens are the group of Karens that go to a restaurant together and then ask to see the manager and complain about everything and want their meal comped because their
Yes.
waiter was the worst waiter
Right.
ever to live.
And I had to say
Better
that.
give them good service.
And I had to say
They haven't
something.
met me.
If furries can wear fursuits all day long and fucking them all day long,
Yes.
you can wear a fucking mask for 15 minutes, Karen.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
Jen had a really good one in chat. Hide the ISS green screen now.
I saw that.
Sorry, folks. You weren't supposed to look behind the curtain.
You weren't supposed to see the green screen. No, that's
No,
Hey, no.
that was not intentional.
busted.
Where's the neuralizer? We need the neuralizer. Damn it.
That's dropped it in the hot tub earlier.
Ah, see,
And
God
Nimrod
damn it.
says it's always an oh fuck.
And
That's what we say at work when they appear.
and then
I
tentacle
like that.
and the tentacle grabbed it too quickly, so I don't know where he took it, and I'm afraid.
Radian says, I wear the mask, not because they tell me so, not because I'm afraid of some Chinese flu, not to save lives. I wear it just because to cover my ugly face.
No, Radiant, you have no idea how much I actually associate with that because, sweetie, I used to do the same thing all the time. I wanted to wear a mask like before COVID even started. I'm happy that we got to wear masks this whole time because it lets me cover my hideous face. So yeah, I completely associate with that.
Yeah.
One
Now-
thing that I've actually started to really like about masks, my CPAP machine, no matter how well I clean my face mask every day, I will still have oils on it and I will get these massive, ugly zits
Oh,
around
yeah.
where my mask sits
Yep.
on my face. And guess what? My face mask covers those zits.
Oh,
So I've gotten to
nice.
where I actually like wearing a face mask because I don't have this giant zit that makes me
Plus,
look like a pubescent teen.
Plus, I wear these cute face masks. Like I've got one that's a panda bear. I've got one that's a little cute smiley face, and I got one with a giant X on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, getting
They're
for
cute.
Karen's, Jinju says 10 or less is a privilege, 11 to 15 is a complaint, and 25 plus is an HOA.
HOA.
We forgot about
Homeowners
HOA.
Association.
Home Association. Yes. Yes, Queen. Well, let's
All
get
right,
on with the
let's
video.
keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that life.
So this
much
woman
you-
just
how
said
much
she
you
has
pay for those
13
degrees?
psychology degrees or something like
Yeah,
that.
she did. She did. Wait,
Bob's got 15.
I thought she was a musician.
I know, right?
God, can you imagine the narcissism required to say something? He'll never be as smart as me. Oh, shut
Exactly.
the fuck up, bitch.
I wonder how
That
many times. Well,
that reminds me so much of the way flat earthers always say, "I have an IQ of XXX, whatever it is." You know, they'll say the dumbest thing in the world and then say, "No, but I have an IQ of 186."
but what's funny is
If you have
IQ
to
does not mean
say-
you're smart.
No.
If you have to say that you're smart, you're not.
Just
know,
like
I
IQ doesn't mean you're smart. It just means you're faster at
Learning.
calculating stuff and doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
There's always somebody
It's
that
for
knows something more than you know.
intelligent quotient. It's the
Exactly.
ability to learn.
Yeah.
I actually I must point out that I've got a box of 15 pickled bats. That makes me smarter than you because pickled bats trump IQs.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's delirium. Just point out Bob Nodell has 15 degrees. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
But how is it possible to have 13 degrees in psychology when usually only one is required?
Right. Right.
Well, I mean, she's got her undergrad degree, then her master's degree, then her doctorate, and then
It's just a big number,
because
you know.
Harvard and Yale and Brown and Bryn Mawr, they all gave her
Bren Star? When did Metroid play a part in this?
Bill, are you
no,
talking about
Bryn
Bill
Mawr.
Maher?
Bren
Uh,
Star? Bren Star?
the women's Ivy League college.
Oh, okay, never
Bryn
mind.
Bren
Mawr.
Star?
Hmm.
All I hear is Bren Star.
They all just gave her degrees, and
Actually, what she's saying is she's watched 13 YouTube videos about psychology.
yes,
Probably, actually. That's how flat
She-
earthers get their
she's-
knowledge. I mean,
she's in 13 Facebook mommy psychology
oh,
groups.
that's what it is. She's in the Facebook group. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
She's even a mod in 2 of them.
So she's very expert.
Wait, so
Very,
she's-
very expert.
Very,
If
very
she-
expert.
if she's a mod in them, so if she's a mod, what happens when she has to call the manager? Does she call herself
I don't know.
and start
She
complaining to
calls the
herself?
admin, I guess.
She
She calls
calls
the
Mark
admin.
Zuckerberg.
There you go.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I need to speak to Mark Zuckerberg right now.
Right now.
Sends
Yeah.
personal
I'm going to get you
messages.
fired.
Oh, I fucking bet.
They're going to get you fired from Facebook.
You know, look, you've timed this so well. It's on the screen right now. He'll never be as smart as me. That is Karen in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And
All
I
right,
have to
let's
say-
keep going.
And I had to
Let's
say,
yep.
and I had to say also, flat earthers and subsets are all Karens as well.
Pretty much. They're all in the same category.
Oh, yeah.
And
that-
yours too.
specialist branch. It's a specialist branch.
It's
You
that
start with
special-
Karen, you then move into subsidiary. It's sort of an upper level degree. It's like an
It's that
undergrad thing.
special combination of on the top left, as well as narcissism and a little bit of psychopathy. Just a-
Yeah,
just
and
a
the next
spring
level
clean.
from next level of self-sitting your degree is actually the accused and then the apprehended.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're all in the top left. They're all in the top left.
So this
No,
is a little bit off topic, but I just happened to notice a moment ago when the camera was panned a little bit to the left, I could see that building on the left was curved, and the pole on screen right now is curved. Flat earthers will say it's a fisheye lens.
It's a fisheye lens. Yeah. And I see she's wearing baggy pants. No, well, the woman on the screen is wearing baggy pants. We need to bring baggy pants
Doing
back.
culottes. Mm-hmm.
We need to bring baggy
She's
pants
wearing
back.
high waters. Those aren't even those are just high waters.
Oh, we need to bring high waters back then. High waters-
Yeah. Capri pants. There we go.
And
Capri pants. I love capri
the,
pants.
the person in the black, what is wrong with their pants? Or
I
their
think the
shorts?
pants are designed like that, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
her pants are designed like that. Those
I
are
thought they
zippers.
were like cut out on the backs.
Yeah, it almost
Those
looks
are
like they're wearing a
zippers.
long shirt and it's cut out, but I think that's
Yeah.
the way the pants are.
Okay.
Those are
Yeah,
zipper pants. They are
Sorry, I was
zippers.
looking at it on the call, and we don't get very good quality in
Yeah,
the call.
that's
I just
fine.
clicked
Right.
over to the stream, and I can tell it's not the same color.
That's part of the reason I want to switch
Okay.
over to Streamlabs because Streamlabs has better bandwidth. Stream
Yeah,
yards. Yeah.
yeah, StreamYard. Okay, let's get back to
Let's
it.
get back to it. Yeah.
Ours. This was ours. And you know that I've told you several times.
That's why I put a fence up so I wouldn't have to see y'all anymore.
Did you
Wait, put a
Let me see.
Let's look at that
You can
fence for
still
a
see him,
second.
though.
Let's
Oh,
look
wait,
at
he
that
can
fence.
still see him.
Look at that fence for a
What
second.
the hell?
He said, "I put a fence up so I don't have to see you anymore." And the fence is just
This
fence.
guy failed miserably at putting up a
Very
fence so that he didn't have to see them
miserably.
before.
Oh God.
I wonder, do these dudes practice their quick draw technique at home in front of the mirror? Because he had that phone out. So, oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
almost
look at those,
ninja
look
method,
at those
isn't it?
phones.
Yep, I got my phone.
God.
He has a
You're about to
phone.
go,
It's a
I put a
Take
fence up
cover.
so I couldn't see you anymore, but it's an open fence, so I see you.
It's a fucking wrought iron fence.
Exactly.
And Karen needs to be slapped for filming in vertical mode.
That's right.
Yes.
That's a felony, by the way.
That's a felony.
Yeah.
That's a felony.
Mm-hmm.
You get sued for that. We should sue for that.
We should. That
I
offends
need to
my. That
speak to
offends
Karen's
me.
manager about her filming in vertical
I
mode.
would, yeah.
ACC approval.
Uh,
Let me see the ACC approval right now. No, it works, and you're in for it, mate. You're in for it. Take
What did I do?
Oh, you jumped on your ski when you seen us, come and gave us a whop, and then took off like a hard that you are.
He's on your ski cruise.
Yeah, I'll
Take a photo of him. He's not allowed
Oh,
on
a
the boat.
UK Karen. Nice.
You're all the same. You see guys fucking down the river all every day.
Then why did you come
Sure it's
in
not
like
Australian,
not trying to
Karen?
annoy
Yeah,
me?
It sounds
like
Australian.
Aussie
Yeah,
Karen.
you're right. Aussie. That's what Aussie Karen. Yeah.
Sorry?
We don't have Karens, we have Sharons. Shazza.
okay.
Sharon. Then.
It's a
That's
Shazza.
All right.
No,
Australian
I
Sharon.
thought,
Got
I
it.
thought Australians just had cunts.
Absolutely a joke.
You're just all cunts.
Joke. Get all the red
You're
Joes because you're in
fucking
for it now.
cunt.
You're bloody in for it. You don't know who we know.
You're
So
fucking
guess what?
cunt.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
be coming around. What
Oh,
about
you don't know who I know.
7? Are you just stuck to
God.
You may not come within 2 meters of me.
Oh my God. Look at her
Wow.
kid
I want
using her
sticks like that.
crutches.
Anyone that comes close, like whack, fucking back off.
Back off, bitch.
We're walking past.
Walk past your fucking
Wow.
Get out of here! It's ridiculous. You're chill out. Don't go close. Leave me alone. What are you gonna have me locked up for? I'll have you.
Wow.
Yeah. Who raised you? Like, who raised you? Don't worry who raised me. Who raised you? What the hell are you? I don't care who you are. Leave me the f alone. Do you live here? Do you live in Jericho? Where the hell are you from? Don't worry about it. I don't care. Leave me
Do
alone.
we still do the riot act thing? If they need the riot act run to them.
Oh my God.
You know, face masks don't really work when all they're covering is your chin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah.
Like South Park calls them chin diapers.
Yeah, they're called
Yeah.
face masks, not chin masks. Just saying. You know.
Yeah.
Pin diaper.
And diapers. Of course.
Oh,
the
Whole Foods. Oh my God.
Whole Foods and Target are
Jesus Christ.
Karen factories.
Yes. Hey, it's her little wolf. Thanks for
And they're always holding a fucking Starbucks drink.
Yeah, right.
You flipped me off. You don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Don't touch me.
You flipped
Don't
me
touch
off.
me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. I have seen so many sob sits do that. It's like, don't touch me. Don't. I'm like,
Don't touch me. Yeah.
Dude.
Yep.
dude, shut the fuck up.
Well, being touched is assault. You
Yeah,
can actually have someone arrested if they touch you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Trying to make
That's
it
true. If they put a finger on you, that's technically assault.
Yeah.
Well,
it comes down to if
cough on
you
you, that's
experience fear.
assault.
It's if you experience fear, but how do you make that stick in court? It's probably not going to run.
No,
No.
it's just your word against theirs. But if they cough on you or sneeze on you
That's assault.
or spit at you like maliciously, that's assault.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some, if it's accidental, how dare you assault me? You know what I mean? It's like,
Unless you're
I'm so
on,
sorry.
unless you're sidewalk boy, then spitting on you is perfectly acceptable.
Right.
Oh, sorry, silence boy, not sidewalk boy. Sidewalk boy
Oh.
is his stage name.
You spit in my face.
Spit in my face. I have a camera. She spit in my face.
You actually get thrown out of the major sporting events like the cricket or the football if you do spit at people. And the other
Good.
one is now sculling a beer is not allowed at the cricket anymore.
Really?
You get evicted for sculling a beer. How fucking
Wow.
Australian is that?
I still
we're a bit
remember.
upset about that one.
I still remember. I went to a Metallica concert, and Hetfield actually spit beer in my face.
Really?
Yeah, he spit it all over the audience. What happened was he was drinking it and choked on it
Oh,
and choked on
gotcha.
it,
Nice.
and he
Oh, okay.
just spit it all over everyone. He's like, "I'm
So it
sorry, I'm
wasn't
sorry, I'm sorry."
intentional. It was
No, it was
yeah. Okay.
accidental.
When I was
Gotcha.
in college, I played Baptista in the Shakespeare play Taming of the Shrew, and one of the scenes
Hey, touch
it
my
was after the
camera.
wedding. We were celebrating, and everyone was fake drinking out of
Mhm.
beer steins, and I told the props people, I was like, put water in mine because I want to, when I see the shrew, I want to spit my beer out. So
Oh,
they
okay.
put water in mine so that I could spit it out. It was funny.
Mhm.
One day, we did a matinee, and I looked and I saw one of my friends sitting in the front row,
Oh.
and I was like, "Oh, she's getting spit on."
Oh, no.
And so I gave it everything I had when I spit. And after the show, like I switch out of my clothes, put on my regular clothes. I walk out of the dressing room and she's standing there. She was like, "I'm still wet."
But yeah, I still like that part where he's like, I've got a camera. I've got a camera. He touched my camera. He touched my camera. You can't touch my phone.
Oh,
I got a
no, you can't
phone. You
yeah.
can't touch my camera.
There was one I covered with him, and it was him going to a restaurant, had tables out in the restaurant, but there was a space for people to walk because they have that social
Oh God,
distancing
that one, yeah.
thing. And he was like, "Don't talk to me,"
Oh
but he's
yeah,
antagonizing everybody there, just being a real Karen.
yeah.
He's
He
like,
is a
"Don't talk
Karen.
to me."
He is a
That
Karen.
was like his spit in the face kind of comment to me.
That
You
dude's
know,
a total coward. I mean,
he is.
just saying,
He
he
is.
is. Someone gets
And then it's
within
like,
2 feet of him, and he's like, "Back away from me! Back away from me!"
right, that video too. It's funny that he talked to the cops. He was away from the restaurant, and they said, "Yes, you can be over there, but just don't and just please just don't antagonize." What's he do when he goes over there? He gloats. I
Yeah,
can be here. Ha 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 ha. Ha. I'm like, seriously, did you not listen to that? What the cop had to say?
I just
Go
hate
ahead.
that they never arrest him.
No, they didn't arrest him for that. Mm-mm.
I have never seen a video where Sidewalk Boy gets arrested. The
No,
California cops just
actually, he did get arrested one time. He pepper sprayed somebody.
oh yeah, because he was carrying way over the limit of pepper spray.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're
Yeah,
only supposed to carry, I believe it's 2 ounces,
I think something like that.
and he
Yeah,
had like a 10-ounce container of it.
something.
Jeez.
And they're like,
And he always threatens people with
yeah.
pepper spray too. So that right there, you
Well,
know.
yeah, he
But
always threatens people with pepper spray. I mean,
oh, and he carries a taser now as well,
oh God.
as if that tells you how scared he is about what he does and what
Yeah,
people,
Yeah.
want to do to him.
And
yeah.
because he's too much of a little bitch to actually fight, so he has to
Hmm.
have
Tell me,
weapons.
Exactly.
tell me, what is the point of auditing anyway? Besides getting
There is no
clicks and
point,
views, besides getting clicks and views on YouTube to
right?
get money.
It's to make money. That's
There's a
it.
place for it if you do it correctly, but they don't.
Yeah.
They're just doing it to get views.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
I've actually seen actual auditors that do it the correct way and not just
Yes.
going to some post office and saying, "Read poster 7, read your poster 7," which they never actually read poster 7 because
No, they don't read past the accept word.
yeah, they never actually read the accept word. Actually, they just
Hmm.
read
No.
up to
Uh,
that.
Yep.
when I was looking up videos for this week, I actually just found a bunch. There's some First Amendment auditor that calls everyone that he runs into a Karen.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yes.
him.
Oh, who is that?
Uh,
Because he even puts in his titles. Silence Boy puts in his titles now
What's
too.
it?
give me
Fuzzy
a second.
potato, fuzzy
Give
potato,
me a second. And I can tell you.
furry tomato.
There's a furry potato.
I know. I call
Um,
him furry tomato.
oh, I gotcha.
He's the one that.
Kern County Transparency.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
Kern County
Okay.
Transparency. Yeah,
Yeah.
that douche bag.
Yeah. Everyone that he runs into, he calls a Karen.
Should
Yeah.
we
And
play?
so, like, Silence Boy puts it in his titles, That's how I found
Um,
that one video about him with the auditing the restaurant with the sidewalk with the tables out.
Yeah.
Did you see
See
the
Karen in there.
Did you see the latest Glenn Serio video?
Yeah, he got arrested last night.
Yeah, the one that happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
He said, and I quote, "You can't arrest a god." And I'm like,
Yes, he did, and yes, he
"Dude."
was arrested.
Well, he's
I'm
not a
like,
god
there's
then.
proof that you aren't a god then.
That's
If you can't
right,
arrest a
yeah.
god, you got arrested. You're
Yeah, and I
clearly
think
not a
his
god.
I
Well,
think his arraignment is tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah,
They're
it's
doing like a
tomorrow.
video arraignment. He's facing
Actually,
a class 3 felony, which is akin to armed robbery.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
which can lead up
yeah,
to 5 years in prison minimum.
Right.
can I just go
Sweet.
back to the arresting a god bit? Now, there was a certain guy about 2,000 years ago got arrested by the Romans and crucified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
think he
true.
was a god. Is that correct? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
book.
he was half god.
So he was arrested.
Yeah.
He was a
Okay, sorry,
demigod
Bill.
is what he
He was
was,
kind of
really.
a bastard son, really, but
Yeah.
we let him have that one.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, he was a carpenter first, and
I think for the sake of argument, we will say he was a god, but he was really half god.
So
Yeah.
one question I have when Glenn Serio gets arrested, he's so fat they probably can't fit him in a regular squad car. Like, do they have to call the paddy wagon to carry him
I don't
away?
know. It was it was at the police station, so they just had to walk him in.
What was
Oh.
funny? What was
The
funny?
first time when he got
That's
arrested on the
convenient.
3rd, he got arrested on the 3rd. He was in the police station.
Yeah.
They had to double cuff
That's
him
very
because he was so big.
convenient
I was about to
for
say
the
that
police not having to transport him.
if you actually listen to the audio, one of the cops says, "We're going to have to use 2 handcuffs."
Yeah.
No, we
And
just
then,
lost Mallory.
Oh, sorry, Mallory.
Sorry, Mallory.
I just saw that she was leaving.
And then last night he was trespassed from that police station at that
Yeah.
time.
But I just
And
love...
because he wouldn't leave, they ended up arresting him. And the officer he complained about being the big fat slob pig was there to arrest him.
Yeah, I love that. But
The
what
same
I-
officer he said pulled a gun on him and thought, and Glenn says, "Oh, he's going to kill me." I'm like, really?
He's
If
gonna
that
run
were
away
the
with
case, you'd be dead by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But I love the fact that the community came together. The
Mhm.
whole anti-sausage community came together and gave Officer Bell all those lovely baskets and fruits and everything, and that was so
That was-
sweet of them.
That was Irish Demon. We were on his stream and people were brainstorming. We need to give her flowers or something. And there's a Tella Klein. She lives up where Glenn is, and so she follows him and puts little videos on her channel of Glenn.
Oh, okay.
She actually was there to deliver the flowers, so they got like all kinds of things for Officer Bell
That
for
was
the crap
awesome.
she had to put up with.
Because
And while Tella Klein was there, she had her foster child with her and her husband. Glenn was there on the sidewalk harassing them.
should we watch the Glenn Serio video?
Maybe.
Just
We've got a lot of
I
videos
think
to
that
get
might
through.
be good.
Yeah.
Let me see which one that one was real quick before I...
I know Tella Klein has a short, but it's not very long. But exactly
See,
where it's on.
I've got a bit of a technicality when they arrest him because they're technically the police aren't animal handlers, are they? You would need to be an animal handler like a hippopotamus or a rhino.
No,
That's
you're
pretty
right.
dangerous.
But
Yeah.
we'll finish this video and then I'll load up
We
the
will,
Glenn
we will.
Serio arrest.
Glenn literally was a Karen with this, so it fits
Yes.
it fits the thing here. Let me see which one.
Oh, an ugly German truce does make a good point there that Glenn looks fat, but he's just 3 feet high, so it is relative to the volume,
Yeah, it's a little forced perspective.
And how tall is he? Like,
It's perspective.
didn't
Yes.
they say he was like 5'9" or something?
I think
See,
it's
that's
like
how tall
5, yeah, something like that.
Just imagine. Just imagine. And they say he's what? 185 pounds. I'm like, I'm calling bullshit on that.
I think he's a hell of a lot more than that. I'm so sorry, but he is.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm big. I'm pretty big. I'm 6'5", 280 pounds. Well, 275 pounds.
Okay, it's not an Irish's.
I'm not half as round as he is.
Yeah, the one little short I saw, it was from I think the Tella Klein's husband's perspective or something. Let me see.
Yes, I'm a big girl.
And I know Irish was streaming at the time when it happened, so maybe I
Yeah.
could find it on. I can
Irish
put
was
his
actually
stream on.
streaming. Yeah, Irish was streaming at the time it happened.
Well, while we're looking for that, why don't we play the video?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
finish this. Let's finish this up.
Finish this one. Yeah. Good idea.
I don't care. Why did you flip? Why
Because
did
we
you
were
flip me
already
off?
35 minutes into this.
Karen,
Yeah.
ma'am, don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Don't
Did
touch
you,
me.
ma'am, did you not cuss me? Did you not? Did you flip me off? Why did I get flipped off? Why did I? Ma'am, I'm a.
God.
Karen,
She
are you
sounds like
okay?
Victoria's Secret's lady.
Can you explain to me calmly?
No, but you're attacking me right now.
I'm not attacking you. Ma'am, you flicked me off.
You're ready to take it. No.
Karen, you flipped me off.
God, she's
You
having
cut
a
me
mental
off
breakdown.
and flipped me off, and
Wow.
now you're playing the victim. Ma'am, would you like to calm down? Guys, she flipped me off. She literally flipped me off, and then she tried to come home. She's Karen. Karen, would you like to calm down and have a conversation? Why you? Am I attacking her? Ma'am, I'm not attacking you. You flipped me off, and you thought you could get away with it. You didn't think I would find you.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Would you like some Queen to go with that drama? God.
She
Would
didn't
you
apologize
She's going to
for
need an
calling me.
extra Xanax tonight
Now
with
she's
her 4
praying-
glasses of wine.
Would you
I'm
like some
trying to
cheese
talk
to
to
go
God
with
of-
that wine?
My name is Carlos. Would you like to speak to me?
She's praying to the
This
God
is
of
what we get
Tobars. I
picked-
don't know what that's going to
Ma'am,
do for
why
her.
are you sitting here crying? What have I done to you? Ma'am, what have I done to you?
How to attack a Karen? Do
So
nothing.
So
Thank
you
you,
can go around the
Science
city and
Lecture.
flip people off and cut me off. So you didn't flip me off. Ma'am, I'm trying to let you talk.
How to attack a Karen. Just
you
talk
know
to
her?
her.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dogs found the street are barking.
You cannot sit. She literally flipped me off. She cut me off. I have it on camera.
Yeah, it sounds like dolphins
She flipped
mating.
me off.
Her scream
walked
is
away,
so high
and then she
pitched
slammed on her brakes. I have it
that
on
it
my
calls the
Instagram. And then I
dogs
got
down
on my
the
car,
street
like,
to
"Ma'am,
start
why are you
barking.
following me?" She literally followed me. So then I followed her back home, and I said, "Ma'am, why are you harassing me?" Ma'am, listen about what?
Oh God.
I say both of them are Karens because
They both are. Yeah, he's kind of overreacting,
Ma'am,
really.
you didn't do anything
Yeah.
A
wrong.
lot.
Why couldn't you just have a conversation?
she cut him
It's
off.
a Karen off.
He cut her off.
Then why did you flick
She
a black
flipped
man
him
off?
off.
And then when I tried to speak to you,
You're
so
both
when I got out
Karens.
of my car and tried to speak
I'm
to
sorry,
you, did you
you're
not
both
drive?
Karens.
Did you not back up and not speak to me? Exactly.
I don't know. This Karen needs a fucking Oscar for this.
She does.
performance.
You know
She's
what?
like I say,
So
she's
you're so afraid of a camera, but you're flicking black people off.
She is praying
So
to
why
the
are
God
you
of
driving
Tobars,
aggressively
guys.
flicking
That's what
people
you
off?
do. Or the God of exhaust
here?
fumes. Oh, that's it.
Then
She's
she's
praying
try-
to
Why
get
are we
exhaust fumes.
here?
She does it while she's warming her car up, and the carbon
So
monoxide's got a
so I
has an
spend my
effect.
day.
She's praying to the god of catalytic converters.
what's funny is she's covering her license plate, but it's already been on the video.
Yeah.
So it does no good.
Yeah.
And she's at her house, so it's not like he doesn't have her address.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say we know where she lives. Yeah.
You saw it. I'm gonna walk away.
Jinju says Karen needs cheese and wine and crackers for that
I'm gonna walk
wine.
away.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe
but
some
this is
grapes,
not fair
too.
for me,
Maybe
because
some
now
grapes,
she's playing
yeah.
victim when she victimized me. She victimized me.
We just have to walk away.
I know. What's your name, sir?
Tony.
I'm Carlos. Just kind of let you know what happened. She was driving aggressively. She flipped me off.
People exist. Karen dislikes this.
Yes.
She started the whole thing.
I've seen drivers like her where they're the ones that cause issues and they give you the dirty looks like you were the issue.
And then now she's afraid
Yeah.
that I came back around.
She's beyond control at this point. We just
So
have to
I'm gonna
leave.
just walk away. But
Yeah.
you said your name was Tony.
Tony, yeah,
I'm
just-
Carlos, but this is not acceptable. This is not
Well,
acceptable.
she's beyond reasonable at this point.
Though him saying because he's a black person she flipped him off, that's like, I'm sorry, that's not right.
That's borderline race baiting.
That is.
Well, it does normally take two idiots to get into an altercation because
That's
normally
true.
when someone carries on, I just walk
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
The walk away option is good. Or if you're in a bar and you're the bouncer or you're security, you just say, "There's the door. I'm inviting you to use it."
We
And
were
if they
coming
don't,
down
you help them.
Melrose. You know how it goes from that bus lane, it goes from that weird, it goes from 2 lanes to 1 lane. I was in front of her, and I guess I didn't put on my signal fast enough, and she felt like I cut her off, but I have to merge. Yeah. So she rips in front of me and flips me off, like does all this stuff out of her window. Yeah. And then she did one of those like brake checks. So I was like, oh no, you're not gonna do this. Yeah. So I followed her
God,
back
she
here
did
and
a
I was like,
brake
Karen,
check.
like you're not gonna do that. Right. And then you get the hysterical, oh, I'm attacking her because I have my phone out. Right. I wanted to make sure like you're all right. But the thing is, this is everyone's. She literally brake checked me. She flipped me off. Yeah. And then this is what we get.
Is this worth all the aggravation, though, dude? Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're taking and
Where's
flipping
this
you
gonna
off.
go?
Is that worth
Actually,
it?
Wow.
this is a non-passe. This is not going to go anywhere. He's just here making it the drama now.
Exactly.
You want me to eat? How we supposed to eat? This woman gonna come over here and ask me why I ain't got no mask right here. She gonna ask me why I ain't got no mask on. I'm trying to eat my goddamn food. Now how the I'm gonna eat my goddamn food with no mask on? This woman right here gonna ask us.
Yep.
She come over here and say,
Oh, you're
hey,
supposed
how you
to eat
doing?
with
What
the
you
mask
doing? How you
on.
been? Cuz, what's up? Farmers Market, how you been? Susan Q right here wanna come over here and embarrass herself, and we ain't did nothing to her.
How are you going to eat with a mask on,
You're
Karen?
supposed to take a bite and put your mask on as you chew, I guess. Right?
No, I'm not doing that.
Now, Susie, I'm you on the news channel now, honey, because you
You on the
You
news
on the
now,
news
honey.
channel now, honey.
ask me what my goddamn mask was. How I'm going
You on the goddamn news now, honey.
His voice and accent reminds me of the hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah. I think he was in another video. He was in, but yeah. I put Telecline's link in the internal chat here.
Okay, let me grab.
She has several short videos about what happened. So.
Okay, there we go.
So if you want to go, it might be easier from her page.
Yeah, Keith Newton, hello Keith, brings up an interesting on why do people get crazy when they're in cars. You notice we walk around supermarkets and whatever, and if anything, people are saying sorry, and when you come around quickly, they jump out of your way, and it's like they're over the top, polite almost, in my town anyway. Why is it when you're in a car, it's suddenly, I don't know, is it the I'm protected, therefore I can yell at people, or how dare you cut me off? It's not like I'm having a personal shot at you. If I made a mistake and cut you off, it's like, sorry, I'm a motorcyclist, man. We get it wrong, we get killed. So
that's true. That's true.
Here's the
on the ball.
Here's our feel good video for tonight then.
Yeah.
These are super easy, super great. Here we go. So how do we?
This is Officer Ball here.
Officer Ball. Yeah.
The one that Glenn Serio literally called a lesbian, and he wouldn't put his D in her, and just all kind of abusive crap. Yeah, has no breasts. Just so abusive to her.
But yet, I bet she's got bigger balls than Glenn.
She was so patient through it all. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah.
She just stood
and
there
then come to find out.
Go ahead.
I'll let you watch this, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It was like Christmas.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, your support means a lot, so thank you. I'm going to get pictures on from...
Oh, that was it.
So Glenn was being very abusive to her. What was I going to say? My brain just had a brain fart there for a minute. Calling her a transphobe, and then it turned out he wants to be a supervisor. Well, it turned out she was a supervisor on duty.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't talk to her. He wanted to talk to the sergeant. And he says, how can she be a sergeant when she's, and be a supervisor? It was just, oh my God.
It was, how can she be a supervisor when she's only a sergeant?
When she's not a sergeant.
Or not a sergeant, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I actually had someone complaining when I carded them once in the pub, and they said, I want to speak to your manager. So I jumped in the cold room and jumped back out and said, hello, I'm your manager. What's he doing?
Here we go.
What? And I said, I know he's just hopeless, but I've got to put up with him, mate. He's my twin brother. Anyway, that worked.
Well, we've got
I just heard a Johnny-O.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the plot holes video on the rest of
I know the first two are the confrontation with Glenn outside
Well,
the
let's
police
do this
station.
and then get back to
Yeah.
Karen's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you've all seen this one, but I had to. So let me
Yeah.
just say, Glenn, welcome to Thunderdome. Good afternoon, everyone. Johnny O from the Plot Hole, and Christmas come early or a little bit late. However you want to look at it, here you go. Merry New Year, whatever. Glenn has done it, but before we get into that, let's take a recap of McDouble's latest video. Let's do it.
Finger guns, baby.
I love Johnny O.
Johnny O's awesome.
The problem is when he does that at the start, I don't know whether that's him or me. It's a real problem, right? I don't like that.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah, that's
technically-
what happens when you get to a certain age.
Is
It is.
Isn't Glenn
You're there,
Serio
buddy.
the biggest of Karens, though?
I would say yes,
So,
literally and
you're
figuratively.
being video
Literally and
recorded,
figuratively.
audio
So are you.
recorded right now.
Yep. So are you.
And you're being asked to leave
By who?
by the post office
For what?
for not complying with their rules. So you need
What are the rules?
you need to wear a mask.
Show me the rules.
Do you have a copy of your policy?
They are. Yes,
No, they're
they.
not.
Yes,
No,
they
they
are.
are.
No, they're not.
So you're
They're
saying if
not.
I put a mask on, I don't have to leave?
They want you to leave now.
Yes, more post office fraud. It's because we've got to keep those safari hat wearing monsters in check.
So you're saying it's not because of a mask?
They don't want you here. You need to leave.
I don't know what that means.
That means that if you don't leave, you're going to get arrested for trespass
For what reason?
because you're trespassing.
Trespassing for what reason? I need a reason.
The
No, you
reason
don't.
is they don't want you here.
Okay, that's not a reason.
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
that is
Yes,
their
it
No,
is.
it's not. I'm not causing a
Yes,
disturbance.
it is.
I've not done nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you for your
Okay,
lieutenant
I'm
now
gonna have to pause
because
it
you
real
don't know what
quick.
you're.
If a company does not want you on the premises, no matter what, if
Yep.
they call the cops and say, I don't want this person here, they have the right to trespass you because it's
Yeah.
their private business. Post
And as
office,
soon as you say I'm not leaving, you're trespassing.
the post office is a
You know-
private business.
Yes, it is.
We have a sign. I notice this in most workshops and places where it's kind of semi-open, where a car comes and goes, maybe, and they can kind of walk in because that's free access. The sign up says, for insurance purposes, you are not allowed beyond this point. And what I would say to customers is, look, when the hammer falls on you, you're not covered by insurance. And that, they seem
Yep.
to understand that bit. It's in when the hammer falls means we're going to remove you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
see, there's cameras around now, but you put
Mhm.
up for insurance purposes. If you walk and fall over in oil, that's our public liability, and it goes up. So, yeah, the bottom line is, for insurance purposes, leave now for your health. Otherwise,
Most-
make sure your health insurance is paid up.
And most companies have a sign that says, we reserve the right to reject, what is the wording exactly on that? To refuse service.
Yeah, we have the right to refuse service.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
have the
Yeah.
right to refuse service to anyone.
Yeah.
Within reason, obviously,
Well,
but
within
yes.
reason, yes, but
The loophole they try to pull out, though, is that it's a government area because it's a post office, etc. But either way, you're a douche. You're being rude. Get the fuck out. You know that's
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, what's wrong with being polite? If you're polite, you actually get a better hamburger, I find.
That's true.
So, yeah.
You don't get boogers and spit in your hamburger if you're polite.
Yeah.
And they think where they're filming right there, that's the lobby. That's not the lobby. That's the customer service area.
Yeah.
The lobby is where the P.O. boxes are.
Yeah. That
So-
area has a lot of sensitive information, like people's
Yes.
addresses and
Mhm.
credit card information, and yeah, you don't want that spreading out onto the internet.
Yeah, and they think it's public because it's federal. It's not federal. They
No.
get no federal money.
No, they don't. Their entire operation is funded by post stamps.
Yes.
Postage stamps. That's where they get all their money from, is people buying and using postage stamps. They get no
Right.
federal funding whatsoever.
I mean, the employees, they're considered federal employees, but they don't get paid from the federal government. So
No.
it's kind of a gray area.
Yeah,
You
but
know? Yeah.
and anyway, the whole, if it's federally funded, then it is
Mhm.
a public place, is bullshit. That's not the case.
And in the post
whatsoever.
office too, they either lease or own their own buildings.
Yeah.
The government doesn't own anything.
Yeah.
That they're in.
Well,
So-
actually, our post office is privatised. I didn't know that, but the post office is owned by, what do you call him? He's like a franchisee. And because he signs up like McDonald's does, although he owns the business and the whatever licensing arrangements, he has got to comply to the franchise agreement. So our Australia Post is like McDonald's, is like, well, whatever, Burger King, any of those franchise deals, you can't deviate off the menu. You've got to stick to those promos. But that's the way it works here. I dare say similarly worded in the US, of course, but as you know, there's 50 states, so they do have their variations. But yeah, it's a private business, and the guy's trying to make $1, and at least he's got a fucking job, which is more than most of these self-cits do.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
You're doing.
Okay, we don't have lieutenant.
Okay, sergeant.
I'm the supervisor today.
You have 2 stripes. You're not a sergeant.
That's true.
I'm actually kind of impressed that Glenn can count that high.
Yeah.
So would you
That's
like
impressive.
to leave?
I would like your sergeant or lieutenant here immediately.
That's not going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Okay, let's go outside and talk about
I
this.
love
You
it when
first, I'll follow you
self-cits
out the
make
door.
predictions because they never work.
And he's so demanding as if they have to acquiesce to his every demand. No, they don't have
That's
to.
not my problem. If you have a problem, that's not my problem. I'm following you out the door.
Funny, his problem is now your problem. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
If you don't like it, go ahead. Yeah, you'll walk out. You'll walk out. That's right. You'll walk out. You'll walk out like normal, like we do all the time.
Would you like to tell us your name, sir?
I would not.
Okay, you're free to go.
Free to go? What does that mean?
That means you
free to
preemptive triple bypass candidate.
That means that you're not wanted here. You're free to go.
I can go in here anytime, public building.
If you go in, you're going to get arrested. For
You think that. You believe that. And if you arrest me, I'll file a federal lawsuit. You'll lose your job. Multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
Oh,
wow.
So we can go
sure.
Right.
So
I'm going to take your job.
You can tell he doesn't care.
He has no reason to kick me out. I'm just videotaping. This is legal.
That officer
Poster
is
7
just
rules and
the
regulations
embodiment
governing the
of
post
fiddle.
office. So you are breaking the law.
Poster 7 actually
no.
gives this guy the authority to tell you to beat feed, Mr. 400 level English, but I can't seem to be able to comprehend.
So I'll go in here anytime I want because I'm not causing a disturbance.
Okay. Well, you'll need to wear a mask if you go in.
Okay.
So this is the one that happened right before
Well, he's not
the
gonna
one
give
where
us
the
his
officer
name.
quote-unquote
So-
pulled a gun on him.
So you know who he is? Okay. We will do a trespass on him. He's got his name. So you're free to go.
You can do a trespass. You're gonna.
If you come back here in this building, you will get arrested and taken to jail.
You just said you're gonna do a trespassing on me.
We're doing a trespass on you.
I'll need the paperwork.
We're going to give you the paperwork.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
But will he take it?
You're gonna lose your job, you idiot.
Sure, Glenn.
You're an
Yeah,
idiot.
sure.
You are an idiot.
Not with me.
The only idiot
it's-
there is
you.
you,
You
Glenn.
cannot. You have no authority. You are not postal police.
Okay.
You are not FPS. Do you know what FPS is?
Well, I know that this goes
Federal Protective Services. You have no jurisdiction on.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. Federal Protective Services has nothing to do with the fucking post office.
They deal with other parts of postal issues, not the actual post offices.
Yeah.
For God's sake. They're like they do like the mail fraud, things like that.
Yeah.
They don't sit there and patrol each and every postal service.
Oh, I would so love to see a movie like sort of Dirty Harry, federal police, post police, and real cops, real federal. This guy's forging a post stamp. He licked it the wrong way and put it on the left corner. We're gonna nail this bastard.
This guy is reusing postage stamps.
Right. Look, he steamed this one off and he's using it on this envelope over here. see the little canceled line right there? Yeah, we got him.
And then it does a extreme close up on his face, and he just goes, "God have mercy." And then you see a high speed chase and a shootout.
But if I go home, knowing one less postage stamp has been steamed off an envelope.
Why do I see like them like in one of those postal trucks, like the Keystone Cops?
Oh god. And they have this entire forensic analysis team working on.
Oh, sorry, but that's just where my mind went to.
Federal property. They're gonna take your badge and melt it.
I sure hope Glenn holds his breath for that to happen. Now, as most intelligent human beings know, the post office does have agreements with all local, state, county, sheriffs, police, all that stuff. They have agreements with us. So yes, they do have jurisdiction on the post office because the federal government says they do.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, I appreciate you telling me that. Sir.
Yeah.
But the fact remains that this post office is in the city of Edmonds, and you're not wanted.
So you're giving unlawful trespass on jurisdiction you don't have.
Sir, that's
No, Glenn.
It's not my opinion, it's law.
No, he's
No, it's
giving
not, Glenn.
a lawful
You are a
trespass
city
on
cop. You are a city
a
of
place
Edmonds.
that he does have
You have
jurisdiction.
no authority in this post
The
office.
exact opposite of what you said.
FPS. You have to call FPS if you. There's no issue. You've made an issue.
Go in there. They don't want you.
I can go in there anytime I want.
Well, let's just.
No, you
But
can't,
yet you
Glenn.
don't. But yet you don't.
And then we'll be all done.
You've already countered.
Because you know
You've
you'll
already
get a
talked over
quick ride
yourself.
to the
First, you said I could go in there if I have a mask. Now you're saying I'm being.
Actually,
You've
what
already.
they're saying,
No.
What they're saying is that they don't want you in there now. Okay?
Absolutely.
So that is.
They have to have a reason. I have to have a disturbance. I have
Oh
to
my
commit a
God.
crime.
No.
No,
You
I
have a
not.
reason.
The
You
crime
can't fit
is
through the
called
Hey,
door.
Dum-Dum, when
trespassing.
you refuse to follow the rules of this business establishment, regardless of whether you think it's public or not, that's when you became a disturbance.
Okay. That's
You
Also,
are.
like I
You have
said,
engaged me.
trespassing is a crime. Trespassing is the crime that you're being
He,
called to. Being
He acts like a 3-year-old going, why? Why? Why?
But why? But why? But why?
Anyway.
You brought me out
God.
here. I was just standing there filming and I didn't say a word. You engaged me.
Well, their policy is that people
That's
there wear a mask.
that's
And that's
okay.
the only
So-
time Glenn will ever
So if
be
you're
engaged.
if your only concern
You
is
don't have to speak to be a
No, I cannot.
disturbance.
If your only concern is a mask, I can throw one on.
Okay.
If that's the problem. But if you're telling me
That's the reason why I'm
Too
here.
late now.
They now don't
Yeah.
want
Yep.
Too little,
that's
too
not
late.
my problem. I am allowed in this public facility. Federal post office paid by the taxpayers.
Wrong again there, Glenn
wrong,
Serio.
wrong.
And here we are going for the trifecta all in one video. Now, the post office, this might shock some people, but the post office gets the bulk of its funds from, dare I say, postage. Yeah, you know, things like stamps and shipping charges, freight, etc. Weird, I know.
So I will go in here anytime I please.
Well, they don't.
Wait, pause
That's
it for a
not my
second.
problem.
The Postal Service was doing so well for so long that the
Yeah.
government actually borrowed money from it
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
because, they make enough money to do their job with just postage and shipping fees and
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that.
And
The government kind of screwed it up by, micromanaging everything. So the Postal Service doesn't do as well now as it did 20 years ago or whatever. But still, it makes enough money that we don't pay a penny to the post office out of
and I was
taxpayers'
reading something. This was a few years ago, but it was a post office pays, I believe, $5 million a year to the federal government for like pensions or something for future employees.
Yeah.
For like decades from now.
Yeah.
So
And they're the only branch of the federal government that does that.
Yeah.
Well, they're not a branch of the federal government.
They're a quasi government branch.
Yeah,
Basically.
they're a quasi government agency.
Yeah.
Agency. That's what I was trying to
Could
say.
they just grab this guy, take him out the back, tape him up like a mummy with that, the tape guns they use, and post him to Canada? And it's going to take him at least 3 weeks.
I wouldn't.
To get
I
back.
would not wish him on Canada. I'm so sorry.
No,
I really would not. That's cruel and unusual punishment for Canada.
Do what they used
how
to
much
do.
does it cost to ship a 500-pound, 3-foot tall man?
Oh God, tons of money. I don't think they could afford. The government could afford that.
No,
That's a lot.
No, we should do what the British used to do and just ship him to Australia to one of the parts that's uninhabited.
Yeah.
I'm sure we got a gig for him over here. Yeah, we could do something.
There's plenty of room in Australia. There's a spot for him. They could throw they could throw him into
just put him
in the
in the
outback somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Put him in
There's
the
some room
outback.
out there for him. He can roam free.
Put him in a hole. Yeah.
He can audit. He can audit
Let him
all
do
his
First
bolts.
Amendment audits on snakes and kangaroos.
Right,
and shit.
right.
Exactly.
Watch a drop bear fall on him.
Watch a drop
those
bear.
humongous spiders. Or he picks a fight with a kangaroo because they're disrespecting his rights.
No, because they assaulted him.
We've got a gig. Post him over, guys. We got a gig. Send him over.
He gets trespassed from a kangaroo's pouch.
Just if you expect us to pay the postage, he's coming straight back, guys. So you pay the postage, we'll do all the money.
No. It's on
No
the
cash
it's
on delivery. Huh?
It's what you call it? COD, cash on
Yeah.
delivery.
All right, keep going.
I haven't committed a crime. Unless I commit a crime, I am not breaking the law.
Like I said,
Filming
trespassing
in
is the
public
crime.
not breaking the law.
It
I
is.
never said that filming in public was, sir.
Well, you have to
They
have
should
a
make
reason.
it
You can't just say
serious.
they want you out of here. No.
The reason is you're not wearing a mask.
Filming
Okay,
in public
so-
is
They don't
crime.
want you in there because you weren't wearing a mask. Now they don't want you in
Okay,
there
here's the
when you
mask.
have a mask on.
Here's the mask, right?
Too late.
Here's the
Too
mask.
late.
Even though they haven't showed me a policy, right?
Okay?
Even though they haven't showed me a policy,
They don't
which
have
they
to.
have to.
You're going to have to pick a different post office.
I'm not going to. We're gonna play this game. I'm gonna win. I'll show you how. I'll show you
I
how.
forgot to. I forgot
I'm
to.
gonna lay 3-1 on Glenn.
I forgot to send Little Wolf the link. God damn it.
Oh, can you send a link now?
Yeah, I'll send him the link. Come on in, Little Wolf.
Come here, boy.
Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here, boy. Good
Glenn
boy.
is
now
winning
my
this
dog
encounter
is
here.
really
No,
weird.
YouTube, I'm not actually encouraging a wager. That was said in jest. That means
I'm
facetiously,
sorry, I completely
meaning as a
forgot.
humorous joke.
You have no idea what
That
you're doing
laugh,
yourself.
oh my
I can't
God.
stand his
Yeah, it's
laugh.
fine. It's fine until you lose your job.
Okay.
Smith, R. Smith, Robert Smith.
Well, you know you can
Robert
read.
name.
Smith, let's say. I would say he's probably 62 years old, 5'7", probably 185 pounds.
62. I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I'd say about in his 50s, maybe 40s.
Early
Maybe in
50s.
his 40s, late 40s,
Late
maybe.
40s.
I guess they're kicking people out of the post office who are just, I don't know, he's kicking people out. I'm not sure what he's doing. He says people are getting trespassed and stuff, I guess.
This is why I choose to confront these asshats. This person who is visually impaired and struggling with her task of getting her packages to the post office asks a simple question in order to help ascertain whether or not she's in the right place. And instead of doing the decent thing, Fatso Balazzo here just has to be himself. I hope your upcoming stay is eventful, Glenn.
Hey, your dog's not wearing a mask, so you might, dog's not wearing a mask, so I don't know, man.
God, he is so.
I don't know
He
what to
is
say
so
about that.
pathetic.
'Cause,
Yeah.
dog's not wearing a mask. See that? Oh yeah, we can play this game, buddy. We can play this game.
Dude, he's
Watch and
playing
learn.
chess.
Okay.
Watch.
What? You're
and
not
learn.
even playing checkers. You're drawing lines in the sand. No, he's playing chess while Glenn is playing hopscotch and failing
Just
miserably.
in case this guy
He's
wants
not even
to
shitting on the
get a little
chessboard.
physical.
Pretty much. He's tipping the table trying to tip the table right now.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna have you just set it right there on the
I don't
table.
think he'd hit the table.
No,
He'd probably
that's
sit
okay.
on it and break it.
That's okay. That's okay. Step back. Whoa, step back. Go ahead, take it. Take it.
See, he won't even
You can
take
have
it.
You can have it. Take
Yeah.
it. Shove it up your ass. Shove it
Yeah,
up your ass.
isn't that called
Mitsu.
what's the word?
Shove it up your ass,
Obstruction of
Mitsu.
justice?
Him taking it or not does
Shove
not
it up
negate
your
the
ass,
trespassing. By
Yeah.
the way.
Shove it up your ass. You don't
It's
want to
still
get physical
valid
with me.
whether you take it
I'll
or
take
not.
you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll sweep your leg.
But
Yeah.
I'll sweep your
can't be
leg.
charged
I'll
for
sweep your
Is
littering.
it bad that part of me
If we
really
leave
wants
it on the
Glenn to
ground.
try and sweep this officer's leg just so the officers can, well, you know what they would do to him if they just tried that,
Yeah.
right? We're on
Yep.
the same page, yes?
Okay. You need to leave.
I don't need to leave. I'm on a public sidewalk.
Well, we don't.
I'm on a public sidewalk.
Have you stand here and make threats. Just say
It's not a threat. Mutual combat state. Mutual combat state.
See, here we go.
Mutual
Hey,
combat
hey,
state.
if you
Yeah.
both want to come at me at once, I'll take you both down. I swear
Remember
to God,
when
I'll
that
take you down.
Navy officer challenged him
Bullshit.
and he ran away?
One guy. Yeah.
Pick up your garbage.
See, he even left his mask
Glenn,
on the
whereas these
ground.
officers look
Notice?
to be in pretty decent shape. I don't think they've got enough to pick you up. I mean, maybe if they had some sort of like hydraulic lift or the help of the whole
Even
town.
that wouldn't do it.
Something.
He'd
Now, this
break
goes
my
on for longer than
hydraulic
it should
lift.
have.
Have
And
you
by
ever
now,
seen a
you all have seen this,
forklift
so you know where it goes.
having too much weight on it? Because that's what I think would happen.
I mean, he gets winded from just standing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Something is wrong there.
Every single live stream I've ever seen him do, he's like,
Yeah. Look through the window. But you're standing still.
he was
seriously, dude.
He was heavy breathing in the video that the officer first arrested him in the car, where he claimed that the officer pulled his gun.
Yes, he was.
He was heavy breathing that just sitting down in his car.
Dude,
like, if you're
Well,
heavy breathing,
you
like
know,
that,
it takes a
should
lot
put all
out
the
of you
fat
having to
on
sit
his-
in a car.
Well, that and all the weight on his lungs doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's gonna have a coronary by the time he's 30.
I mean, I can excuse a pregnant woman because all her organs are shoved up.
Yeah.
But
One can
not
only
not
hope
him.
He has a coronary by the time he's 30.
Oh, he might. He may do it on stream on camera one day. Who knows? It's kind of like
That
Brian
would be
Leakey.
fun.
He may do it on stream too.
Hey, little wolf. Hey, Wolfie.
Hey.
Hey, little wolf. How you doing?
Doing good.
I'm sorry, I
Good.
completely forgot, sweetie. I was in a rush to start.
No
this
worries,
stream.
no worries. I was busy arguing with the idiot that thinks Jesus was born in Africa, so it's all
Oh my
right.
God.
Oh God. Anyway, let's finish this video.
That's a whole different video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video
I mean,
stream.
he was a white man born in the Middle East. We all know that. Because the
Yes,
Bible
he was.
However,
Yeah, he's a different
yesterday
kind
we
of
were
Karen.
given-
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's a different kind of Karen, yeah. Flat earthers are a different kind of Karen.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Tia knows about it.
with this. That's right. While Glenn Serio was out, greasing the sidewalks of Washington, he ran across the wrong cop. Yeah. And I'm about to show you the fruits of his labor. Here we go.
Here we go.
I believe it's Serio, but I could be totally wrong on that. It's 2A's, and I apologize if I am. It's 2A0061777 and 2A0070828.
It's funny too because he's already been arrested twice in 14
Twice in 2 weeks.
days.
Mm-hmm.
Here today for arraignment for
I seriously think he is trying for suicide by cop.
count of operating a motor vehicle and
He's tired of living, and he just wants to go out with, a cop taking him out. He has that much of a hard-on for hate for cops that he wants a cop to kick him out.
Yeah.
Just to quote-unquote prove his point.
$90 in jail, $1,000 in fine. The refuse to comply is a gross misdemeanor, carries with it a maximum of 364 days in jail, $5,000 fine. I'm going to accept your pleas of not guilty on both. Do you have any questions about any of your rights at arraignment that I can answer for you that your attorney could not? The form you went over with her this morning? No.
And this is just the beginning. I'm keeping an eye out on Glenn's channel, so I know he's going to eventually post this video.
Yeah.
He may not, but we're going to get our hands on it some way, somehow. Either we're going to get this video. We're going to do body cam footage, something. We're going to get this video. I promise. We're going to see it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this video. Now we're going to see how this whole thing plays out. But as I understand it, the district attorney's office, or whoever's prosecuting him, I forget which county, state, I forget where it's at. But the DA's office has copies of all these videos that Glenn was supposed to avoid making whilst waiting for his upcoming, I think he's got 2 upcoming hearings, or he's already had 2 hearings, and he's got a sentencing date. Now he's got the stuff for these new charges. Glenn might spend quite a bit of time in jail. It might be a long time. I think up to 2 years. Yeah. Don't want to get our hopes up, but you know. Sorry for all these inmates in Seattle now if Glenn actually does have to stay with you.
Yeah.
Ugh. And there you have it, people. Don't fraud it. End of public service announcement. That's our show.
I would really hate if I was his cellmate. I would definitely want the top bunk because if I was on the bottom bunk, my entire
scared for my life.
would be freaked out that he's going to collapse on top of me.
Yeah. No, I think also he should drop this up because it would scare Bubba enough that he would decide not to do anything with him.
Yeah, he's safe. He can drop all the soap he
Yeah,
wants.
exactly. He can drop all
No one's gonna go near him. Are you kidding me?
Well, then
no
again,
one could find it with all the fat rolls anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
From what I understand, his own mother even has restraining order against him.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, dang.
So that should tell you something.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, his family are just a whole bunch of crackheads. So
Probably.
When you're a crackhead and you still have to disassociate yourself with someone, that says
that's saying something.
lot.
Saying a lot. So next up
and
we
Keith, yes, I've thought about that too. What about the smell?
Oh yeah, that's the big thing.
I've heard
that's
you
the
can
big
just
thing.
look at him. You can tell that he does not smell good. It's kind of like JM Truth. You can look at him on video and tell that that guy does not smell good.
Oh, did you see JM Truth on and Nathan Thompson on NDT the other night?
I almost lost it when the
Nathan
guy
Thompson
said
was
something
almost a
about-
neurosurgeon, according to JM.
The guy Snake or whatever his name was said something, and JM
Yeah,
lost his
yep,
shit. He was
yep.
like, "Do you know who you're talking
I
to?"
know. And then he walked that back and said, "No, I said he has the intellect of a neurosurgeon." And in chat, we're going, "No, you did not. You lied."
Yeah,
and then his
Nathan always does that. He always
and then his
says
mic
something,
was
and then when the person
potatoes.
calls them out on it. He's like, "I never said that. You can go back and listen to it."
And then James' mic was potatoes.
Well,
Yeah,
JM
Potato
is
Mike.
always Potato Mike and
I
Potato
know.
Man. For a guy that
Hey,
thinks
at least-
he's a great videographer and filmmaker and whatever,
Very,
he has
very
the
expert.
shittiest
Mhm.
camera and mic quality I've ever seen in my life.
At least it's not as bad as the Painful Truth. Painful Truth really
okay.
needs to cut off that Geiger counter before he goes on live
Yeah.
streams.
Yeah.
It's just that
I
chirping.
got a
is-
bad headache when I was trying to watch that debate. No.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't watch it, so I got off lucky.
There were more people complaining about the sound quality than the actual content of his debate, which was pathetic, but that was even worse. Oh, God, it was shocking, wasn't it?
That was terrible.
But as we know, Globers can't tech, according to some.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so this next video is a Creaky Blinder video, so it's going to be great.
Yeah,
Blinder.
this one's pretty funny.
Because Creaky Blinder is the best. He has no accent, though, so it's kind of hard to understand him because of his no accent. But
Creaky is a sexy, sexy man.
he is a sexy beast. Yes, he is.
No! Keep going, keep going.
Actually
Keep
hurt.
going harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
My son just had a wreck and you arrested me in front of him.
Did you drive here or did someone drive you here?
Do what?
Did you drive here?
I drove here.
Being a parent is a full-time job on top of whatever else you may be doing for work. And there is nothing I wouldn't do to help or protect my kids. Need a lift? Call Dad. Need some help around the house? Call Dad. But there is one thing I wouldn't do.
Wait, pause it for just a second.
And then my mom has.
Since we're already at an hour and 15 minutes,
Speed it up.
and Creaky talks kind of slow, let's bump it up to 1.5.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Actual insurance or is it temporary? She's on her way here. Okay.
He is in the process of getting insurance. He's like, I just last week got his insurance or talked to his insurance.
Did he drive here or did someone drive here?
Do what?
Did he drive here?
I drove here.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, who wouldn't? If your child is in trouble, you go and help them, no matter what you're doing.
How much have you had to drink?
Not much. I was at home and then my son called me, so.
Yeah, well, what we're going to do since you drove here, we're going to do some tests to make sure you're all right to be driving.
Fine. I'm a justice of the peace. I'm an elected official. Please.
Well, that's okay then. As long as you're an elected official, you're fine to drink and drive, because that's how it works, isn't it?
What was I supposed to do?
Call
It's
someone,
another Karen
ask a
that
neighbor,
has every
call a
job
cab,
under the sun.
3 hours later.
order an Uber, pretty much anything other than driving your two-ton killing machine while under the influence of alcohol.
Step on that line and face me.
Face you?
Yeah, face me.
Face you?
Yeah, face me. No, face my direction.
Oh god, she can't even face him.
And I
told me because he's an emergency situation. God just told me to walk up the line. I was here for my son. It was an accident, not for this. This is the only reason why I got in my car. Dude, take me home.
I'm not being
Let them take me home.
I'm not being a jerk.
Let them take me home. I am a justice of the peace for Washington County Quorum Court. And I know Sheriff Helder. He is a friend of mine.
Well, if you know people, then you're free to go, ma'am. Is that honestly what she thinks this cop is gonna say?
I know him too.
Sheriff Helder is a friend of mine. Call him.
I didn't ask you to have your mom be on the
It's not her fault. It's not my fault. I'm here for my son.
Yes, it is. It's entirely your fault. Unless, of course, there are things going on here that we're unaware of, like somebody forced you to drive drunk. But somehow, I don't think that's the case.
You're being a jerk.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're being a jerk. Why are you being that way?
Yeah, you filthy beast. How dare you ask this woman, who is slurring her words and stumbling, if she's had a drink? I mean, it's not as if she turned up at the scene of a road traffic accident half trolleyed, is it?
Why? How old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. I'm 41.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay. So understand the fact that when your child calls you and they've been in an accident, you're going to be there no matter what.
I agree 100%. If your child needs you, you're there.
She's only a year older than me.
Yeah.
Catch a cab.
Yeah,
You can't
I mean,
call your neighbor. Like,
it's fine. Everyone, Karen, everyone understands that you freaked out because your son had a car
accident.
crash.
Yeah.
But it is still illegal to drive drunk regardless of the circumstance.
Exactly.
You have friends. You just named one of your friends. You have neighbors. You have other people in your family. Literally any of them could have driven you. But no, you got behind a wheel while you were drunk. Period.
Exactly.
It's like there's also cabs or Uber or, you know, something.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard at all. Anyway.
Exactly.
But the problem isn't that you've come to your son's rescue. The problem is how you got there.
Not if I've been drinking, no.
That's not true.
So you think everyone drinks and drives? I'm afraid they don't. That particular activity is reserved for the stupidest of people.
I'm going to talk to Judge Wood. What is your name?
Officer Paredes. Officer Paredes. Step back.
No, I am a officer of the court.
And as an officer of the court, I am sure that you have dealt with people found to be intoxicated while driving many, many times. Do you just let them off, or do you actually do your job? What you do for a living is pretty irrelevant, but for some strange reason, you seem to think that telling this officer what you do for a living is somehow going to help the situation. Well, I hate to break it to you, lady, but it's not. There's a good reason it's against the law to drive while under the influence of alcohol. It's because it's bloody dangerous.
Here you are. Stop.
You're going to take me. I refuse.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm a third grade teacher.
Resisting arrest.
Jesus, this just keeps getting better. So not only are you a justice of the peace, but you're also teaching 8-year-olds what's right and wrong. Is that where you learned the no, no, no technique? What's next? Dropping to the floor and screaming? Holding your breath till you get what you want?
Stop.
Record this.
It's being recorded. No, can we drive her home? No, she's going to jail. You're over here accusing me of something, of saying something that I never said. Cops lie all the time. We all know that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Cops lie all the time. That's really gonna help. Of course cops lie. Everyone does. Not me though, I'm a good boy. Something tells me this guy watches a lot of YouTube videos, and I think we all know the type of YouTube videos I mean.
Thank you for being understanding. Cops lie all the time. Go ahead. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Go.
Who wants to splatter?
I appreciate your help. No, you can go, sir, or you're going to be arrested for obstruction. Go. Yes, my investigation. Good luck to you, okay? Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Well, have a good evening. Cops lie all the time, sir. Well, he watches YouTube videos all the time.
Nailed it. He watches YouTube videos all the time. And whilst I agree that some cops can be dicks, the fact still remains that this cop, the one who has arrested this lady for drink driving, is being very respectful and professional. So using a blanket statement that all cops lie probably isn't going to help much in this situation.
You had been drinking.
I had a few glasses before. That doesn't mean that when my son calls and says he's been in an accident, accident, then I'm not gonna go.
What's a few glasses? 2, 7, 16? In most US states, the legal limit is 0.08% blood alcohol content, which is roughly 1 12-ounce beer or 1 5-ounce glass of wine. By telling him you've had a few glasses of wine, you've already admitted that you're probably over the legal limit, and you're shocked he wants to check.
I was in professional development all day today.
Pause it for a second.
I'm a 3rd grade teacher.
That does need a little bit of clarifying. The 0.008 or 0.08, whatever. It's 1 beer, 1 glass of wine, or 1 shot if you pound it.
Yeah.
But if you're just socially drinking, then a 0.08 would be like 2.5 beers in an hour.
Yeah, that's about
yeah,
right.
if you're shotgunning beers, then your blood alcohol will go up pretty fast. And I have a feeling that Karen was probably drinking the wine a little heavily that night.
Yeah, probably.
Because, she went there, argued with the cops for a while, then got taken to jail, and we'll see in a little while she'll blow well over the legal limit at the police station.
Yeah.
So she had been drinking pretty heavily.
I can sort of add to that. It depends a lot on what time it is, what you've been eating, your size, how much blood, how hydrated you are. Generally, if you're banging what is a stubby, like a 375 ml beer, that will immediately blow over because of the breath reading. Then it stabilizes to what's in your blood. If you do 2 stubbies in an hour or an hour and a half, you're probably over. And that's one of the things I've found. And it always drifts off slower. So if you start and drink over 2 or 3 hours with a meal and you have maybe 2 stubbies, which is technically 1 bottle, 750 ml, you're probably okay. But either way, just get a cab. That way you can get blotto. That's my preferred
Get a
approach.
cab.
Right.
Just get a cab. That's all you gotta do.
Just
get a cab.
get someone sober. It doesn't matter who. Just get someone sober to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go up to the road. The first car you see, wave them down. Say, "Hey, my son's just been in an accident. Would you mind driving me to there?"
Right, or get a neighbor.
I had a friend that hitchhiked to jail one time. You can hitchhike to your son's car accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Jinju makes a good point. Mimosas with breakfast and brunch, wine with tea, and afternoon cocktails. How the hell's Karen be drunk?
That sounds like my family on holidays. Like Christmas, we drink Irish coffee that morning. And then with breakfast, we have mimosas.
Right.
And then we normally make like wassail or wine punch or something like that for the afternoon. And then we switch to beer and eggnog and stuff like that late afternoon dinner time. So we just spend the entire fucking day.
Yeah, you're always got alcohol in your system. It never disappears. Yeah. Yeah.
I also drive a school bus.
Okay.
What?
Oh, guys,
And you think that
sorry.
making this video public is going to
before
happen?
you do, I had to jump in. In France, there's some weird laws because Ardo and I have been doing weird laws or whatever. In France, you can't get drunk at work unless it's on wine. Isn't that so French?
That is so French.
That is the most French thing I've heard today.
You're not allowed to drink things during the day unless it's wine, beer, Chartreuse, whatever. You just weren't allowed to drink hard spirits like bourbon and whiskey. But yeah, French people got some great laws on drinking alcohol.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now Mallory's going to take that and use that somehow. We know this.
Yeah, somehow she'll use that.
Yeah.
Well, Mallory's not here right now, so.
So, Darren, suddenly there are questions I will never ask Quiddies.
But the parents of the kids you drive around on that bus are going to be really understanding. I would like to add, though, it's no wonder you need a drink to unwind in the evening. So far, you're a justice of the peace, a school teacher, and now a school bus driver. Oh, sounds exhausting to me.
I was elected for a reason.
How many jobs does she have?
Official. I was drinking at my home.
Well, Laura Biden
Yeah,
may be a bit
she's
of a
doing
stretch.
that. Do you
I
know
mean,
who
did
I
just get
am?
arrested
Who
for turning up at the
who
scene
I
of your son's
know?
car wreck, drunk, and where you were drinking makes little difference. It doesn't mean the chances of you injuring or killing an innocent person are reduced just because you were drinking at home.
My child got in a car wreck. What would you do? What would you do?
I would ask my neighbor for a ride.
What would you do? Call someone?
I get it. I understand. And
Okay.
I'm fairly sure
If you're in a wreck, you have plenty of time. You're just gonna
As
be
a parent,
sitting
I
there.
get it, but also you're driving drunk. How do you know you're not going to get in a wreck on the way there?
Exactly.
Then what good are you going to be in?
You're just
Or
compounding the
you get
problem.
there, right? You get there and somehow manage to drive him in your car, and you get in another wreck.
Yeah.
There's so many variables here, you know.
And I could almost imagine them calling up her other friends, and all of a sudden they're just like, "Oh shit, what did she do now?"
Yeah.
Like, oh, there goes Karen again.
Yeah.
With her logic, I'm sure her friends and family are pretty used to dumb shit like this.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're called again, Karen? Okay. What is it
Hey,
this time,
hey,
Karen?
it's Frank. Oh, hey, Frank, what did Karen do now? You know.
Exactly.
Yep. They probably have a group text now that
No, they have
someone
a-
just texts everyone like,
Mhm.
"Hey, Karen's in jail again."
They have a Karen bingo
Karen
every week.
Jr. had a car wreck.
Then like the husband over here, then the
Karen
friend
drove slosh to-
overhears. Oh, it's Frank. Say hi for me. You know, things like that.
Yep.
They
It's
have
like the Karen roster. Whose
Yeah.
turn is it to go pick up Karen this time? Oh, it's mine.
Right.
Damn. Okay,
Right.
so we're all
I bet
yeah.
all her friends and coworkers have like this Karen bingo they do every month.
Probably.
Like the whole month they
Karen
check off
pool.
what Karen did this month, and whoever wins bingo
When will
wins
she
the
get? When will
jackpot.
she be arrested for being drunk again?
Exactly.
Hey,
I wouldn't
Jennifer,
be
you in the
surprised
pool?
if like I wouldn't be surprised if like one of her like first contact numbers is like the bail bondsman in the area.
God,
Yeah, she has him on speed dial. If that's still a thing.
I wouldn't drive to the scene of
Well,
a
there's
wreck
a phone
drunk,
book.
but obviously I haven't been in this
Yeah.
situation, so I don't know 100% for sure, obviously. But what I do know for sure is that if I did ever find myself in a situation like this, I wouldn't behave like this woman is. Just hold up your hands and say, look, yeah, I've had a drink. I know I shouldn't have driven, but I did. My son
I'll
made...
say this much though. Back when there was speed dial, the cops was my number one on my speed dial because
Mhm.
I was living with junkies and I had to call the police so
Oh.
often that
Mhm.
they ended up number one on my speed dial. All I had to do was press
Damn.
1, and then it
Jeez.
automatically calls the cops.
Wow.
That was sad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Fact, you won a duel?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Facty
Oh
has
my
been beating
God.
me in duels lately. It's
Streamlabs is finally not going against him now.
Yeah. Congratulations, Facty.
Yeah, Facty, you won.
One.
No, I'll give you the mail. Facty basically killed Streamlabs' father, and Streamlabs'
Oh,
father
okay.
is claiming revenge. Yeah, that's it. He
There you
killed him.
go.
Yeah.
Revenge of the
Revenge will die,
Streamlabs.
Facty. You'll kill my father.
You've been injured, and I panicked. And then realised to yourself that as an adult, you'll have to deal with the consequences of your own actions, which wouldn't help you get away with it, but it would make you look less like a petulant child. Responsible people take it on the chin and deal with what's coming their way.
How dare you for arresting me for that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's almost as if it's this guy's job to deal with accidents and uphold the law. What a dick.
What the fuck is wrong with your sense of good doing? My God, I was going to my kid. I was going to.
How
I was.
dare you arrest me for breaking the law?
How dare you?
Wait, couldn't she have just called the cops and said, hey, my kid's just been in an accident. Would you mind taking me to the accident?
Right.
Because they probably know where the accident is, because usually when there's an accident, the cops are immediately called.
Well, I know you played this part already, but I love where she's like, well, I know Sheriff so-and-so. He's like, well, so do I. You know?
Yeah, the problem is one of them knows him because he works with him. The other one knows him because she has frequent flyer points. I think it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 0.10090% blood alcohol, which is over the legal limit. So you're going to jail.
Anything to do with you, Officer Perez? I have nothing to do with you. You are a
It's
bad
Perez,
person. You're a
not
bad
Perez.
person. A good person would have let me go home with my dad or my brother because I went to my son's wreck.
I'm not entirely sure that's how the law works, but okay.
Don't be rude.
It has to be someone else that's childish. Act your age. Okay, you're a grown woman. A suspension on your driver's license. Include, but it's not limited to the suspension.
She's like, how dare he call me that?
Not anymore, you're not. Whoopsie.
No,
I am
please, no,
not.
please. Keep going, keep going, you gotta go harder. Keep going, 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 keep going. The final result of this test was a .17, almost double the legal limit. That's why you were arrested. You weren't arrested because you showed up and you're arrested because you're 2 times the legal limit. Your first result was a .185. Second result, 171. You're almost 2 times the legal limit as far as the final result is concerned.
Because you drank too much wine. Not very smart for a school teacher, are you? Anyway, what do you think? Is there ever any justification for driving while under the influence of alcohol? I don't think there is, but what do I know? Anyway, let's talk about it below and see how many knobheads watch my videos. Take care, everyone. I love you. Bye.
All right. Watch
Like Mark Beiser says, wouldn't it be ironic if her son was in an accident because a drunk driver hit him?
Yeah.
That would be ironic.
Or
for sure.
he was drunk driving.
All right. So I have a feeling that a couple of people are probably thinking, I'm pretty sure Quiddy said that he had a friend that hitchhiked to jail.
Yeah.
And they might be wanting to know a little bit more about that. So
yeah, go ahead.
When I was in college, one of my friends, I don't know what the fuck he did, but he got like a 3-day jail sentence.
Oh my gosh.
So what they did, since he was in college, they were like, go to class, and then on Friday, when you're done with class, go to jail, and you'll just spend the weekend in jail. And so he got done with class that day and he was supposed to be in jail at like 5 p.m. He went to the parking lot, got in his car, and it wouldn't crank.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just flagged down the first car he saw, ran up to them, and he was like, "Hey, I have to be in jail in 15 minutes. Can you take me?"
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
I'm about to show you how this shit is done real quick.
Really quick, Jinju says, I used to drive drunk all the time. Do slot cars count?
Yeah.
Technically.
When Grand Theft Auto or whatever it was, Need for Speed was out, me and a mate were living in a house and a friend was there, drunk late at night, and we both went to our respective rooms to get some night and some shut-eye and wake up for the next day. We got up at 7, 8 a.m. the next morning, and Sean was still playing Need for Speed.
Oh, wow.
He was as drunk as two. We worked out he'd probably driven from Melbourne to Adelaide in the equivalent, or even further, Melbourne across Australia in that 8 hours. We thought,
one of the best games for that, though, would probably be Burnout, because like the whole premise of the game is to crash. Or at least in one of the subsets.
The thing is, though, Sean actually drove Need for Speed a lot better than he rides his motorcycle when he's not drunk. So
wow.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, that is impressive.
All right. What do we have next?
Keith, my stepfather used to do that.
When
Next
a Karen goes to prison.
When a Karen goes to prison.
All right.
We all know Karens
I
love to do
remember
some
this
crazy
Karen.
things, but what happens after?
I do too.
In today's video, we take a look at what they did and where they are now. But before we get into the video, if you want to be in the video, please submit your clips in the description below. Alright, back to the video. Now this Soho Karen loses her iPhone, then decides to accuse a black teenage male of stealing it, and things just got crazy.
Show me. No,
you don't have to explain nothing to her.
Take the case off. That's mine. Literally, get it back, please.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
No. Okay, then show me the. Show me all my.
You get a life
over there. No,
what's on your background? You better go use find my iPhone. Go do that.
Find my iPhone is on.
Okay,
on now. Right?
We have what you see. You see two people.
No, I'm not.
Look at her just like rush. God damn.
Better get on somewhere,
No, please
lady.
get my phone back. I cannot not have my phone.
Listen, get your ass.
But what happened to the iPhone? Well, she left it behind in the Uber on the way to the shops, and instead of finding her iPhone using an app or by herself, she found 4 new felony charges instead. Here's a clip straight from the courtroom.
Currently a warrant from the state of New York alleging felony violations for attempted robbery in the 3rd degree, endangering the welfare of a child, attempted grand larceny in the 4th degree, and attempted assault in the 3rd degree.
However, it appears she didn't learn anything, and within the next 4 months, the 22-year-old landed herself a new offense and...
22.
22.
You know, I've got to draw attention to this. That's a responsible tantrum because she's wearing a mask. At least she's doing something right.
She's wearing a mask.
Right?
At least she's wearing a mask.
Well, there are different levels of Karen. Like
True.
You have the mask wearing Karens that a lot of times will yell at anyone that's not wearing a mask. But you've got like the temper tantrum Karens like that. But then you've got the different levels of Karen, like the fast food Karen. and then
Yes.
the Target Karen and the
And
Whole
then-
Foods Karen
And then you have
and
the
Starbucks
Substitute
Karen
and the Frauditor
then,
Karen and the
then you've
Substitute
got like
Karen.
Dolce and Gabbana Karens. They're the top tier Karens.
Right.
Yeah.
Top tier Karens. I love it.
Top tier Karen.
Oh gosh.
Was charged with a DUI, resisting arrest, and obstructing a police officer. Eventually, they all pulled into a gas station, and once again, she appeared completely out of control. With her mother trying to stop the situation, cops say they were eventually able to get a reading on her blood alcohol level, 0.14, almost twice the legal
Jesus.
limit. This is Soho Karen's second
Ooh.
arrest, and she was on probation. Getting arrested and charged with DUI could be enough for her to do jail time. There's also a pending case where she was charged with being drunk in public in Beverly Hills. After all the footage coming out about Soho Karen, I believe we are starting to see a clearer picture of who she is. Moving on now, this Central Park Karen claims she exhausted all options before she called 911 on a black bird watcher after he asked her to put her dog on a leash.
Oh yeah, this one.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to me.
She was then seen taking out her cell phone and telling 911 dispatchers that the man was recording her and threatening to harm both her and her dog.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Oh, I hate her.
Yeah. And see,
Excuse me?
he has video recording of the entire incident, so...
Yeah, I mean, remember that San Francisco Karen where the guy was spray painting Black Lives Matter on his own property?
Oh yeah.
And she got in his face over it. That prompted San Francisco to make what they call a Karen law. That if you call 911 for something like that,
oh yeah, I remember
guess
that.
what, Karen, your ass goes to jail.
Yeah.
I love that they actually call it the
Karen law. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the Karen law. Yep.
I've got a bit of a question though, guys. Like, hypothetical here, I'm going to be a bit of devil's advocate, but if you were, say, under witness protection program because, I don't know, you saw the mafia shoot someone and got moved away, isn't it really like you don't want to be filmed because the mafia dudes or the meth dealers or the meth manufacturers know you. So do you really have a right to say to someone, look, dude, like you can't go up and say I'm under witness protection, can you? But
not if you're in public. I mean, if you're afraid someone's going to find you, why are you out in public?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
seriously,
you're still going to be able to function. So if you were under witness protection, how does it happen whereby can you go to someone and say, look, I don't want you to film me? Or is it just basically you're in public, so you've got to risk being caught out and blow your cover?
See,
I guess.
there is no expectation of privacy in public.
Yeah.
None or no circumstances. You know?
Right. See, because...
And it all depends on how you ask them, too.
That's
I mean,
true.
if you ask them politely, hey, can you take this video off of your thing or whatever, or edit it out, no problem with that. But then if you suddenly go into bitch mode, then, yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. But what I'm saying is when Princess Diana, I think, after that had all gone down, 20-odd years ago, they were saying this instance of, hang on, how does it go here? That if you hire a publicist, you're open slather. So anyone like Russell Crowe or anyone who's kind of famous, the paparazzi can hound you. But if you don't hire a publicist, and look, here in Australia, if you're being filmed and there's a guy there who's a news reporter, you can walk up and say, pixel me out, please. And they are legally obligated to do that. If you've asked them to be pixeled out and they don't pixel you out of the news report and thus revealed your area, see, some of us just don't want to be on TV.
But that's news reporters. They usually have a protocol for that anyway. Your average Joe doesn't have a protocol. Well, see, it's up to them whether they want to record you or not. They could say, I'm not recording you, and they're still recording you.
Yeah.
Also, do you know what I mean? You don't know.
In certain states, they have what's known as either a one-person consent state or a two-person consent state. California, for instance, is a two-person consent state.
But that's for audio recording. That's not for, like, public recording people in public.
No.
That's a whole different thing.
No, actually, it has to do with any type of video or audio recording. You cannot record someone's audio, period, without their consent. You just can't.
But what I'm saying, though, too, is there's still that no expectation of privacy in a public place. So it's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's a gray area. It's a gray area.
I'm throwing it up in the US. Let's get down to it, guys. None of us are lawyers, so let's not try to pretend that we do. All I'm asking is, if I'm witness protection, I have a right to not be identified because the mafia are going to do it. That's what I'm just curious about. But either way, just for anyone listening, we're all not lawyers. Don't take what we've said as
Yeah,
truth.
Right.
Purely coincidental.
And
All
I
right,
do
yeah,
want to point out what Ugly German Truth said. It's like saying, if only that Sovsit had read the laws correctly.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but either way, you just don't want someone shoving a camera in your face.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That
Poor puppy.
That
Oh,
poor dog.
What the hell? That poor
she's
dog.
like literally
That's so mean.
strangling the damn thing.
Yeah.
Although that wasn't the only phone call she made that day. Reports say that straight after the recording, she made a second call claiming she was assaulted. It turns out you shouldn't make any false allegations, because she has since lost her job and her dog, but now also faces up to 1 year jail time, but might escape
Good.
attending an educational
Thank
program in
goodness
hopes
she
to
lost
educate
the
her about what
job.
she did. For the next
Or the
Karen, she'll
dog.
definitely be attending an educational
both.
program in the future
Oh,
after
this
she went
one.
on several
Oh.
anti-Asian
this
rants.
bitch.
Respect. Respect people. Lady.
Okay, pause it.
You know what? I am not a.
That is actually perfect. So I was talking about this earlier. The guy that made a fake profile on Facebook and then trolled different Facebook groups as a Karen.
Mm-hmm.
That woman was his profile picture.
Really?
Almost that exact shot.
Holy
that
moly.
paused on. That is fucking hilarious to me.
Now, as I recall, she was in not just this one, but the same one. I think it was the same time. A woman was exercising on some stairs in a park.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
And
yeah.
it was there were wide enough stairs, and she was complaining that the woman was taking up the stairs.
Yeah.
And people can't walk them down them or something. And then it was I guess an Asian woman or Chinese woman that was there. And
Yeah.
so I'm thinking this may be the same time frame.
Yeah, it was. That happened about the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
This woman's just a racist though.
She is.
She's a
Hey,
racist,
Chrismer, really quick, go
Okay.
to the green room and pull up the video that I posted, the going undercover as a Karen on Facebook, and just go to 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Zoomy, by the way.
Yeah, Zoomy. That's what I said. You can rewind it. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, Quitties.
Okay, Karen.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
3 minutes and 5 seconds.
3-5.
Yeah.
While you're digging that one up,
There you
guys,
go.
I've got a bit of an
Oh,
interesting one for
yeah.
you. You want to know how you can stop Canadian bacon curling in your frying pan? You take away their little brooms. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a good one.
This one?
Just filling.
Presenting Darby Fernsby, a
There you
full-time
go.
grandmother, professional cheese taster, and deodorant tester. This is perfect. This is our Karen that we're working with. Now that our profile is
All right,
complete,
that's
we need to
enough.
go and look for Facebook groups.
Ah,
I'll since we're probably not going to get to it, I'll post the link to that in the live chat as well. If people
Yeah.
want to go
that's
watch it.
funny though.
Now I've got to find the video we were on.
We got to get back to it now. Oy.
There we go. It's the second one. The second tap. Wow.
Sorry, Facty.
Oh.
I just beat him in it.
You and your high IQ research.
That's right. Yeah. God, look at those tabs. Jeez.
Well, this is all the videos we had in the green room.
I know.
Actually, this
I
isn't
know.
even all of them. There's some of them that didn't
No, I'm
load.
probably not. Wow.
Well, Karens get around.
They sure
There are
hell
a
do.
lot of Karens.
Yep.
And it's hard to find the right Karen video to play because there's so many of them.
There are.
All right.
Person?
You just
Okay.
made a
Do you know
racist
what?
comment.
You need to go home.
I am from here.
Look at, go home.
I am here from here.
Go home. I don't care about your Facebook or your video.
Oh, okay. You're
Do you
making
know
a
how many
racist
people
comment right
can't
now?
stand you being
Oh,
here?
great.
You play games. We don't play games.
Oh, what?
Go back to whatever country you belong in. Okay,
Yeah,
racist.
right here.
This is not your place. This is not your home. We do not want you here. You put that on Facebook. I hope you do.
Okay, I have to say something. I do want her here.
Right.
Not the girl, not the woman, not the racist bitch. I want her gone.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah,
she can
you're
go back
not
to where she
welcome
came
here.
from.
Yeah,
Mhm.
go
I
back
was
to where
about
you
to say,
came
it
from.
says, yeah, it says woman who's probably not originally Indigenous American anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice double standard there. Very Karen.
That's almost as funny as the person in Anchorage telling me to go back where I was born. And it's like, I was born in Anchorage?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
go back there.
Like, go back
I
there,
am there.
Go
I
back to
was
the
there.
hospital right now.
Go back to the hospital. Go back in your mother's womb, okay?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
So,
Would it?
Oh my god.
Wouldn't it?
Mark Visor, professional cheese taster and deodorant tester. He
Yes.
did the professional cheese taster thing just because, Karen's gonna brag about loving cheese or wine or whatever.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But he actually Googled like what are some weird jobs to have, and he found that there are actually professional deodorant testers that people put deodorant on their arms and work out, and then
Just-
the person just sticks their nose in their armpit and sniffs it
Just
to see if
remember.
it's working. And they make like $70,000 a year.
Just remember.
So
Just
he
remember.
was like, all right, well, that's what Karen does.
Just remember, you put the deodorant underneath your arm and you taste the cheese, not the other way around.
Yes.
Ugly German Truth says, can we buy some place like Madagascar or Greenland and rename it Transcarenia?
Place for all the Karens to be exiled
A
to.
place for all Karens to be exiled to go on each other's nerves like a big moron zoo.
No, it needs to be it needs to be somewhere shitty like Ohio.
Well,
Yeah.
the Karen.
Well, see, this
the
goes
Karen
Death
is a
Valley.
symbiote.
Yeah.
This goes
The Karen
into
is the symbiote relationship.
This goes into my idea
sorry.
of me wanting to make a human zoo where we trap all the humans and we put them, in a safe place for them to, be humans and everything. And
Kind of like they did on Futurama.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was also thinking the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
People are
Karen-
like all over.
The Karen is a symbiote system. It relies on something to whinge at. If you get
And we
two
could-
Karens together moaning at each other, they actually moan each other into extinction. So you can't group them. They
Oh.
must have
yeah.
what do you call it? A host body to leech off. That's
Yeah.
the way the Karen works.
Well, I was
Sorry,
thinking
guys.
we
you
have
just
a
failed biology there.
Karen
They must
zoo.
have a manager to speak to.
Yeah.
We can just put them all in, say, like Kentucky or somewhere where we don't care about any place.
No,
Oh my
bourbon
God.
comes from Kentucky, so I
Yeah.
don't care about Kentucky.
Utah,
You
then.
know,
Just put them all in
you could
Utah.
work
Nobody
out-
cares about Utah.
You could work out a delayed. You could work out a delayed playback system. You know where you see birds that attack each other in the mirror, or like cats arch their back when they see another cat. You could probably do an audio thing where the Karen yells at the Karen, which yells back, and you keep them in that constant, what do you call it, feedback loop. That's the way you can get rid of Karens. Try that.
No.
I have a method of getting rid of them.
We'll just put them in the uninhabited parts of Nevada where we drop those nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
Even though now I'm picturing a brother bear with the goats yelling at himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think Florida, because
No,
there's already
you
pretty much
shut
Karen state down there anyway.
Well, Florida gets a bad rap because it's a shitty place, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it is. I lived there for about a
Period.
year.
End of discussion.
Just like that.
Well,
I
it's
don't know,
actually
they're
got-
going to breed with
Like,
Florida
okay.
man now.
I'm gonna
No,
have
it's got the most open laws with regards to looking into it. Everyone else is as bad as you said. Every other state is
I'm-
smart enough to
No.
hide their dirty laundry under the carpet.
No.
Florida, it's open slather, so it attracts the
No,
attention.
I'm just
And
gonna have to.
Florida, man.
I'm just
We
gonna have
love
to
it.
put up this meme I put up earlier. Worst drivers ranked by state: 10. It's
I love
14.
that.
Impossible. 13 to rank them because every state has different laws and everyone grew up learning different techniques. And one Florida.
I don't know. South Carolina's up there too.
No,
Yeah.
sweetie. You told Florida. I lived there for about a year, and trust me, their drivers are worse than South Carolina.
Yeah, I lived in Florida for 5, so I know what you mean.
Their drivers are much worse than South Carolina. Especially truck drivers. Oh God, they don't know. Truck drivers do not know how to fucking drive in Florida. They seriously don't. We almost got put off the the turbine the turbine in Jacksonville, Florida. There's this impact in I can word properly.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. But there's this turbine crossroad thing where it
Okay.
looks like
Turnpike?
turnpike.
Yeah, you mean a
I think that's a turnpike. Yeah. And, well, there's a lot of pylons there in the middle of the road. And,
Gotcha.
We almost got run into one by a truck driver because he didn't know. We were ahead of him, and he just kept on pushing us, going faster and faster. And I almost got
That's like that video of the truck driving down the road with a car on the front sideways, and there's a woman in the front in the car screaming her head off, and the
Oh,
driver's
yeah.
driving along. He has no fucking clue that she's there. Like, she had tried to cut him off or something, and he had no idea, and he was still driving.
Damn lucky she wasn't dead.
Yeah. I'm damn lucky I'm
Jeez.
not dead from that because
Yeah.
we were.
Do not ever cut off a truck.
Never.
There's a reason why there's space between the
You
trucks.
give
that are in
trucks
front of
room.
them, because trucks can't stop fast.
We didn't cut off the truck though. We were going the speed limit. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
no, I'm not saying you did. I'm
were
just saying,
going-
as someone who used to drive a truck, don't fucking cut off trucks.
we were literally going 20 miles above the speed limit, and they were going faster than us. Like, God damn.
Wow.
That's like Cocaine Highway here in North Carolina, which most people call Interstate 95. Just call it Cocaine Highway because, you know, the cocaine comes into Florida and then takes I-95 up to New York.
Goes up the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the speed limit's like 65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And if you're going under 80, you will get run off the fucking road.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that for a fact. Yeah. The I-95, if you're going the speed limit, you will get run off the goddamn road. If you're going
All right,
10
back to the video.
If you're going 10
Back
miles
to the video,
above
yeah.
the speed limit, you'll get run off the road.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. Just wait.
I was at the Delamo Mall, just using the restroom. The cleaning lady comes into the restroom, clean up the stalls. Her door was unlatched. The cleaning lady opened the door, and that crazy lady starts yelling, ranting at the cleaning lady, saying, "Are you effing blind? You should get fired, B." And then, obviously, the cleaning lady's apologizing, but she still keeps on spewing these crazy things to her. And we lock eyes, me and the cleaning lady, and then that's when I say, "You need to stop it, you're being rude." And that's when she comes out and physically pushes me to the ground. And then she points down at me and says, "You better not get the F up or else."
That's right. She allegedly assaulted a woman in a mall. She agreed to plead no contest to a misdemeanor charge in exchange for a sentence of 47 days behind bars, plus 3 years probation with anger management classes. She was also ordered to stay at least 100 meters away from the victim and the mall where the attack happened. Now, how's this for a joke? This Karen told a Starbucks worker the next time he would see her, she will have the police and a medical certificate after being refused services for not wearing a mask.
Okay. A chocolate and a birthday.
All right, one birthday, one chocolate. What else with it?
A water.
All right, can I get you anything else today?
No, thank you.
Perfect. I will see you in your total. Please don't forget to
Yeah, if you're wearing a shirt with
The Karen later
hashtag
returned to the
no
store
mask
without the police
given
but a
on
piece of
it,
paper.
You're a piece of shit.
What's that?
I agree.
What was that? I didn't hear that. You were talking about the video.
If you're wearing a shirt that has hashtag no masks given on it, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Period.
And then Starbucks, my favorite order is quad long shot grande and a venti cup, half double cup, no sleeve, salted caramel mocha latte with 2 pumps of vanilla, substitute 2 pumps of white chocolate mocha for mocha, and substitute 2 pumps of hazelnut toffee for toffee nut hat
No
whole
one
milk,
cares.
and half brie with no whipped cream, extra hot,
Literally
extra
no
foam,
one
extra
cares.
caramel
That's a
drizzle,
flat-
extra
that's a
salt,
flat
and a
white.
scoop of vanilla pea powder.
Flat white. Okay, one flat white coming up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a Karen video, and she wore a shirt that said "F your face diaper" on it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no. This doesn't beat Marjorie Taylor Greene's mask whenever she was in the Florida Congress talking in front of everyone that says censored. She's on the floor of Congress live on TV saying that she's being censored.
God.
I'm like,
Stupid woman.
Like, sweetie, we need to talk about what that word means.
What that word really means. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like flat earthers saying they're being censored while
Yeah.
they're on videos on YouTube.
While they're on videos on YouTube. Where they're hiding us. but I found your video. But they're still hiding us.
Yeah.
They are censoring us.
They are censoring us.
They and them.
They.
They and them, yeah.
They're not
as I learned
recommending us,
from
okay, but they're
FTF's
not
debate
censoring
earlier,
you.
The seagull is the they.
The
Yeah.
seagull. That's the seagull.
Okay, guys, break in if I may. Ugly German Truth brings up a beauty. If you have a favourite order at Starbucks, you might be a bit of a Karen yourself. Nice call, Ugly.
I was joking about I was trying to make the longest order possible.
I like the iced green tea latte because it's fucking disgusting.
And then
no
he says,
one else
especially if
likes
it resembles a sentence like "coffee, please," so little that it might be just not coffee at all.
Well, my favorite order actually is hazelnut with mocha. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, back to the video.
Back to the video.
Yeah.
Holding it like a shield and demanding service.
I don't. I have a medical exemption.
Oh God! No, you fucking don't.
I have a printed off the internet medical exemption. Okay.
Okay. I have an actual medical exemption from wearing a mask. I can show it. But do I wear a mask? Yes, I fucking do.
Right.
You do.
Right. Oh.
Because you're not a self-centered piece of
You
shit.
know,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, the irony of that is anyone who's got an exemption is generally a lung-related COPD, asbestosis.
Right.
You are the sort of person who is going to want to wear a mask. To me, this whole exemption, it's like, you know, a motorcycle helmet exemption. If you have a crash, you're still going to, I don't know. I'm COPD, I will wear a mask, even though I'm technically exempt.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you guys. Are you the same, Zumi?
Asthma.
Yeah.
I'm asthmatic.
My husband is and has COPD, and he still wears a mask at work.
Yeah.
Correct. As do I. Yeah. That's the
Because a
point I'm
mask
making up.
isn't going to restrict your oxygen
No,
or
it's
your
not.
breathing
It doesn't.
that much to make a difference.
But the
Look, it
doctor.
makes it awkward. You do run short of breath, but you open it up, have a couple of gasps. What
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting at is that if you don't wear it and you go past someone who's vaccinated, they can still be carrying, even though they're not
Yes.
showing symptoms. And especially this Omicron, it's not as potent, but it's really fast breeding. So in my case right now, I'm actually really shitting myself because this is the worst state ever. Because I am, COPD and the other one. Oh shit, I can't remember what it is now. I'm so detached from it. But either way, it's a bit of a rort. I reckon they're just trying to get around and just be an arsehole there, dude.
They are. It's one of those things that it's so funny when the mask mandates for sure coming out, and how many people started being, I'm medically disabled. I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, where's your disability before?
Like, where's
It's
your
like, no offense,
papers?
but where was this? Right.
Where's your papers?
It's like there are so many people out there who complain about having to wear a mask like for 10 minutes in a store or something. I had to wear a mask for 2 days while waiting at the airport. I had a mask on for so long it was almost making my ears numb.
Yeah.
And then they were
If
saying,
you work,
go ahead, Boomer.
if you work in a spray booth as a spray painter, you have to wear a mask for virtually 8 hours of the day. Or maybe you have your breaks, but
wear masks.
and that's because you don't want to breathe in paint fumes. Yeah,
If you're
it's kind of not good.
If you're a welder, you have to wear a heavy mask.
Yep.
Which I'm sorry, which is much worse than wearing a face mask because there's a lot of fumes that do get in there, and it's not particularly healthy. But you still wear the mask to keep the majority of the fumes away from your nose.
And respirators are extremely uncomfortable.
Yes.
But you know, you're not going to die from breathing fumes.
Yeah.
You're not
when you
breathing
wear
your own
one.
CO2
so
like
you
they
wear
think.
them.
That's why welders wear those masks. If a welder can weld all day wearing those masks, you can wear a
It's
mask
like
for
which
10
is
minutes.
more uncomfortable to wear, the mask or, if you wind up in a hospital on a ventilator, which is going to...
Which is more uncomfortable to wear, a mask or a coffin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe, I was going for that.
That's where I thought Little Wolf was going.
Right. I know. And then again, that we'll reuse that team thing. Well, the furries can do it.
If a furry can fuck all day wearing a fursuit,
No, I
you can
don't wear
wear
a mask, but,
for 10 minutes.
still.
Yeah, he got that from me because I said that in his chat one time.
Yep.
I literally
All right,
said that in his chat
video.
and he caught on to it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well,
We're
I know
almost
now I
done
know
with
where it
this one.
originated. So cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, they just shut the doors. They won't even serve me.
Are you recording?
I am. You're live. Because I'm sick of being discriminated against and I don't have a mask. I have a mask and
They're
a medical
not
exemption.
discriminating against you.
Medical
I have a mask
exempted
and a medical
people are not a
exemption.
protected class. Sorry.
No, they aren't.
The worker alerts the manager, and she has refused service once again, but claims she will sue them.
You guys are going to be sued. I'm suing you. I want your names. Regina, who else is on staff right now? I'm the manager in charge right now. Regina, this is discrimination. Are you aware of California 51A, Civil Section Codes 51A? It says we have the right to...
I'm going to Google that real quick.
I have. It's about race, color, sex. It has nothing to do with people that can't wear masks that are medically exempt.
I figured
It's a
fine.
civil
People
rights
that
act
don't
thing they
want to wear
quote
masks.
all the
I think
flipping
that's what
time.
to say.
That does not apply.
Sir, furries do what now?
Yeah.
Furries do what now? Love you, sir.
Surf heard furries and came running.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
To shop anywhere we want,
Could just
regardless of
leave running
age, sexual
out.
orientation, race.
This Karen didn't win, and when she found out that someone made the Starbucks worker a GoFundMe, which received well over $100,000, she claimed she was suing for half.
I'm going to sue him for half of it.
She says the lawyers she's spoken to about taking her case are expensive and she can't afford one yet, so she started her own GoFundMe to raise money for herself. When asked if she has any apology or message to the public,
No, absolutely not.
But the judge wasn't having any of it. The court heard, a federal judge threw out her complaint and told her to move on.
Yep.
Nice.
I recall, I think her GoFundMe was if I remember, her GoFundMe was just disabled too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have enough time to watch one more video, or is that good for tonight?
Oh, we've got... I mean, I'm fine watching more videos. We're at 2 hours, but...
Yeah, I'm fine.
We have enough videos. We could go another 2 hours and not watch them all.
I don't know if I can go 2 hours, guys.
Well, let's do one more karma video. Not the same dude.
We already know Karens have quite the fetish for managers. However, some Karens take this fetish a little too far and release their inner rage in a rather rude manner. But what happens when a Karen messes with the wrong manager? Let's find out. You know you've really annoyed a Karen when she gets her husband onto you. That's exactly what happens in this clip.
What kind of business you got here?
I have work right down the road. I just can't park on the street. I'm waiting for the
You
homeowners.
need to go wherever you're supposed to be and park.
So if
you
there's
get
a
off of this street, it's not a public street.
Then call
And
the
I
police.
appreciate you not talking to my wife like you talked to her.
She was rude. I was rude.
Oh yeah, and these videos are by a channel named Karma. If one of y'all could grab the link to this channel.
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that link in search for videos.
I was
That
watching
way
him
we-
earlier. He's actually good. People behaving badly.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Karma's a pretty good channel. I like his his content. He does a lot of good, really good Karen videos, compilation videos.
Rude back. You're from Texas, me as well.
You take this truck and you go to wherever you're going to be going because this is private property.
Call the police then.
You got it.
This Karen expressed
Go
her
ahead and
distaste
like and
towards her
subscribe
own
to
son's
his
dirty
videos.
wife at their wedding. Imagine being in this situation for just a second. God help her son.
You can leave. No, that's Russia. Where are we people?
Let's calm down.
You're not going to ruin my. You are not. The thing I said has flaws.
Wow. I remember this, what the hell, Karen.
Yeah.
You can get out of my wedding now. I'm not leaving. That dress you're wearing, I'm paid for.
Oh yeah, I did this one. Yeah, it's been a while.
That's right, and I'll have your wrist. Tony, get her out of here. This is not right.
This Karen forgot that she didn't own this property and parked her new neighbor's car in, stopping her from getting to work.
Please get.
I already told you why.
There's a spot right there you could park in. And do you live here?
Who the f- are you?
I live here.
There's somebody who lives here. Who's the same?
What? I need to get in my car and get to a job, and you're.
You don't have to treat me like this. I didn't do anything to you. So
You
what?
did too. You parked her in.
Oh, and I'm really hurt.
Yes, I need to get to my. I have responsibilities. I need to get to. This is my parking
No,
spot.
it's not.
I signed a lease here. They said you can park right there.
No, you didn't.
Were you
You
there?
parked there when she signed the lease. Why are you yelling at me too? Who the f- are you?
Somebody she asked to help her.
Good.
And you don't live here.
What do you think? You think I'm gonna
Please
hit
get
you?
in your
Actually,
car.
I had to say I like her top. But then again, pink is one of the only colors I can really see, so yeah.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
I'm a bit colorblind. I'm on what was it called? The red spectrum. And
Oh wow. Okay.
I didn't know that until recently, actually, and someone pointed it
Wow.
out to me, and I'm like, Yeah.
So what does Karma's avatar look like?
Right here.
Flip up. Okay. Yeah, I'm
It
having
looks like
issues
a
finding it.
Doge
A lot of
icon.
Karma on here.
Actually, I can, 1 second.
Here, I'll share it.
Yeah, see if you can share. There's a lot of links with Karma. The name Karma.
Where did it go?
And copy.
Oh, okay.
And paste. And there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
There
Quitty.
we go.
Yeah, I'm the same color blindness that MC Toon is, apparently.
Okay.
But red and green kind of fused together for me. Pink is one of my trigger colors because pink and purple look almost the same to me.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I literally cannot, a darker shade of pink, I cannot differentiate between that color pink and purple. And if green and red are too close like an orange, I can't see it either.
Interesting. Okay.
Scary as she almost looks like my last human.
But anyway.
Gotta look like her.
Oh, God.
Because you know how humans and pets start looking alike after a while?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
I'm guessing not. I'm guessing not.
Well, she was like in her mid-50s when I met her, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Because you're being psycho. I would like you to get in your car and move.
I'm being psycho.
Please get in your car and move.
Oh, wait for the police to come.
For what?
Because you're being rude to me. The whole time since you knocked on that door, you've been being rude.
Why would I be so nice to you when you're blocking me in when I have to go somewhere? You shouldn't do this in the first place. This is my spot. I live here, and you do not live here.
Check this Karen out as she steals a box off a child on Black Friday.
That's something that should be outlawed. Black Friday shouldn't be outlawed.
No, they should not be doing
This Karen's
that.
got no
I'm
chill
so
when it comes
sorry.
to
That's
McDonald's
ridiculous.
managers. Her behavior ended up getting her arrested.
Hey, get out! Touch me! Are you fucking crazy? Okay, don't touch me! You wanna touch me? I'll destroy you!
I'll destroy you. That reminds me of the Karen that started it all. Like, you haven't even seen me in my final form. I think everyone remembers that one. The one that she was
Good old
outside of
Karen
McDonald's
going Super Saiyan.
because they didn't have chicken McNuggets in.
Oh, yeah.
But you haven't even seen me in my final form.
You got assaulted her. She can put you in jail. Go ahead. I don't give a shit. You want to feel yourself? You hit me and her. I don't give a go to prison. Okay, then I'll go. Battery. Then I'll go to prison. Do not touch her again. Go.
Wow.
Don't touch my boss again.
Wow.
Good.
You
This
predicted
has got to be one of
correctly.
the weirdest and most calm interactions with a Karen that we've ever come across.
Do you mind telling me why you stopped me?
You my consent.
Okay, so you just stopped me and called me. You just stopped me. You flagged me down in the street. You flagged me down in the street. So
Shut your mouth.
I did what?
Second time.
What are you talking about?
Watch your mouth second time. I didn't call you.
What did you call me? Okay, so we've never met, right?
Sorry.
Why am I going to say sorry?
Because you said I called you.
Okay, well you've called me, so I don't really need to apologise.
Or you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I'm gonna end the conversation. I said to you about ending this conversation because what on earth are you doing?
What did you do?
No.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, there's assault right there.
That's assault.
Derangement is a pretty common trait amongst Karens. This Karen in particular has got to be high on something. I mean, just check out her pupils.
Oh, yes.
I will hand you for not letting me out. That's unsafe. So you're not letting me out. I feel unsafe. I will grab your car. So you can either one, move away, or if you feel unsafe, grab your car.
Right now you're being the aggressor.
Ma'am, I'm letting you know. I feel do not. I feel do not. I don't feel it. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
Is that the song from Final Fantasy
Have you been
X?
drinking? You certainly sound like you're high. Or drunk.
Nothing like trying to get some chicken McNuggets and ending up getting hit and run assault charge.
I'm letting you know that I don't feel safe to go around. That is my.
Stop it right now.
No. Are you had her finger right here? What are you expecting? No. Oh, this is great. I got your license number. I want the DMV.
It doesn't feel safe to go
I
around.
think I am.
Sit and fucking wait for 2 minutes,
Then
Karen.
she can back up a smidge and then go around.
You're blocking my way out of
Not
here.
a hard
I
shit.
told them I could not get out of here without them going. This is going to be amazing.
And this is where she hits the car behind her.
Hit run. 6VVH469.
This Karen was drunk driving and hit another car. She then offers the driver $100. And then check out what happens next.
I was in the military. Laugh at me. Go for it. Okay, give me $100 then. I'll give you $100. Like, seriously, I barely scratched your car. Are you kidding me? Like, I barely scratched your car. If you're still calling the cops, so I'm not going to pay you $100, so...
See, this is just the fast food Karens that we're dealing with right now.
Right.
These are the really low-class Karens.
That's a Taco Bell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna get hit.
So Pete.
You want me to call 911? Yes,
call 911.
Here we have a Ken who wasn't exactly down for a chat while paying for his groceries, or any chat at all for that matter. Basically, he got sick of having to listen to the customer in front of him have a chat with the cashier as they scanned groceries.
Screw you. I'm not here for your social hour, child. I'm here as a customer. You idiot. You're a dummy.
Where's the man?
Disgrace. Schmuck. Both of you. Take your picture. Hey, here's the real bill. I'm just trying to check out.
That's not verbally abusive, sir.
I'm not waiting 5 minutes for this. Just a little boy.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Said about, have a good day. You know what the Supreme Court said about free speech?
Imagine someone at a store getting angry at a blind man for mistaking their own cart for his. Well, imagine no more, because that's exactly what happens here.
Karen freaks out on an innocent blind man.
Away from me! What the f are you doing? Why do you keep walking up to me, sir?
I'm just trying to get my cart.
This is not your car. I literally have pictures of it sent to my husband.
This Karen thought he was a big dog until a McDonald's worker mouthed back at him and he walked himself straight out of the store.
It's too bad the way you're running your establishment. Fuck up and get the f out of here, dude. Come in here and run around like a little kid. You're an asshole. Give him a goddamn attitude. I told you, goddamn mom, close that fucking secretary. Which I don't have. Which I don't have.
All the videos always have such amazing cinematography.
I know, huh?
Motion sickness at all.
I know. So ridiculous. You can't. Yeah.
How bad of a person do you have to be, though, to do that to a blind person? I mean,
oh, I
good
know.
Lord. What the hell?
So yeah,
all you have to do is help him find his card. Just be
exactly.
Like, this one's mine. Your card is right over here.
Yeah,
it's not that hard, people.
Yeah,
not that hard.
But people are self-centered.
Yeah.
No, only a little bit. Oh my Lord.
And I found a video when I was looking for videos this week. Have Karen videos destroyed white women?
Okay.
And I thought about putting that in the list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's a quick 6-minute one. So this one's fast, and I'll put it up to 1.5.
Of course, it's
an anti-masker who goes around and agitates people. With this particular anti-masker, she has now threatened to make a citizen's arrest. She compares the store policy.
This
is
is
a
from
pastry to the
TYT, the Young Turks. Go subscribe to them as well. They're a really good channel. And this
yeah, they're an amazing channel, I think.
Yes, they're awesome.
Holocaust. Here it is.
I don't wear a mask. I'm sorry, we're not serving
Oh, good grief, Karen.
Is there people that's discrimination? We don't discriminate. This is the policy. Well, is it a law? Should we call the sheriff and ask him to explain the law? My manager told me that. Well, then let's call law enforcement, because this is a problem. This is not a law, and I am under no obligation to wear a mask. I'm sorry, this is what my manager told us. So in Nazi Germany, when your manager told you to like shove people in the
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a law. Mandates or mandates.
Right, and private businesses can tell you that you need to wear a mask, even though if there's not a mandate.
Yeah,
it's
because they're private businesses.
It's the policy of that business. Just like
it's like
those shirts,
if I started
those
a
shoes,
business
those
and I
service.
said that you had to wear a straw hat and have a corncob pipe in your mouth, otherwise I'm refusing you service, that's fucking fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't
You've
have
been
a
through
straw hat
Arkansas
and
too,
corncob
huh?
pipe, you're not getting service by business.
That's just like the whole no shirts, no shoes, no service thing.
Yes.
They if you're not wearing your shirt and shoes, they but the thing that concerns me about the no shoes, no shirt thing, why did they fail to mention pants?
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna walk in there without pants.
I'll just walk
to
in
see
there
what happens.
with
Just
a shirt and shoes on, no pants, just a shirt and shoes.
Yep. Test it and see what happens.
ovens, you would do that, I guess? I'm asking a real question. You have ovens, don't you? Yeah. Okay, well, I will stand here until the law enforcement comes. Because I'd like to make a citizen's arrest of you. This is discrimination.
Oh, God. No, it's not.
One, discrimination is not an arrestable offense, number one. Number two, I don't think you have a grasp of citizen's arrest because that means you don't need a sheriff if you're going to make one. Also, the audacity of this individual to compare the horrific nature of the Holocaust to her not allowed entry because she does not follow the policy.
That's just like flat earthers saying that NASA are Nazis.
Yeah.
They don't understand what a Nazi is. They don't understand what happened during the Holocaust.
Yeah, I've also seen people like yell at people wearing masks saying you're commies. You're
Yeah.
communists. It's like, what?
What is a communist?
What is your problem, lady?
Words.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay, fine. Go over to Russia. See how long you survive, or down to Cuba or China. See how long you survive trying to do what you're doing right now, Karen.
Russia really isn't communist, though. They're more capitalist now.
Now they are, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're much more capitalist.
Even China has communist exclusion zones where it's all capitalism.
Yeah, it's all capitalism. I mean, I haven't seen a communist country yet where they have children. They have to put nets up in buildings just to keep the children from committing suicide.
Yeah.
Because they were being paid cents a day for stitching together shoes that we charge thousands of dollars for. Well, hundreds of dollars for, rather.
Anyway, I have a couple of $200 pairs of shoes sitting over in the corner of my room right now that some 6-year-old sweatshop kid probably put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're paying for what Michael Jordan charges for the endorsement of the Nikes.
Right.
Money in the Nikes. It's about 40%
North
goes
Korea,
to the
there we go,
endorsement.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40%
Well, I'm
of
not
the
paying
endorsement.
for it. My sister works for the company and gets them for me for cheap as shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
The overall equation breakdown, it's about 40% to the endorsers, the famous people, about 50% to the workers in distribution, about 10 and 10% to the workers and the farmers. So it's very, very, very offset. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
People want their runners. And look, people, I'm sorry to have to say this, but I've got a bit of a call out. I've got to go and do some things. So I'm going to take advantage of this little jump to say goodbye, but I'm going to quickly shill the card game that I think is coming up in about 15 hours, if I may. So if anyone wants to hit us up for the card game a bit later, but been a fun stream, guys. And don't let the Karens affect you mentally. And till next we meet, have fun and peace out, peeps. Bye.
All right, Boomer, have a good day.
Take care, Boomer.
Bye. This will probably be a last video anyway, so let's...
Okay, perfect.
Well, I think there's one more that we should watch after this, but it's a short one.
Okay.
These are some of the same people who deny systemic racism exists, but would claim to be discriminated against when it comes to a mask policy.
Yeah.
Supreme Court has already settled this. It is settled common law. Stores, establishments, they have the right to enforce these common sense policies. No shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. They can do that. It's completely legal. But this particular person goes too far. So let me give you an update of who she is. Let's put up a picture. Her name is Christina Kelso.
Oh, Christina.
Patriots versus everybody.
I remember her. Team Skeptics.
I've seen a few with her in it.
Team Skeptics been doing her lately, so yeah. She's just like that Freedom to Breathe Agency bullshit channel.
She is a fan of Peggy Hall because she mentions the Healthy American in one video that I have her in.
Oh God.
It's a where she goes to I think it's a hospice thrift shop or something.
Yeah.
And just has a complete meltdown. And she's just
Yeah.
Have to love that sweater too. What the hell?
Yeah.
I know.
Body. I mean, that's a proud race. American. Yes.
She
was questioned by the FBI for the January trip to DC and her ties to people like Hostetter and Taylor and the American Phoenix Project, a charity started by Hostetter to defend human and civil rights and educate the public about vaccines. She also regularly records herself fighting with and harassing.
Yeah, Ugly German Truths. I think it was the Apple Corporation that they had children literally jumping out of buildings because they got so depressed that because they were, getting paid so very little that they just decided to off themselves.
Yeah.
And so they ended up
Well, it
putting
wasn't just
nets.
the pay; it was
Well,
the
conditions too.
deplorable conditions that
Right.
they had to
Yeah,
deal with
that
too.
too,
But
yeah. But so they ended up putting nets on each floor of the building to catch the kids as they were jumping, so they couldn't jump and commit suicide.
With them like
and then a
talking
return
about
chute
the
right back
people
into the
that
factory floor.
this lady knows or whatever, it kind of reminds me of like when the vice president of PETA wound up getting diabetes and had to take insulin that was tested on animals, and then she said she wasn't a hypocrite for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I have good news though. I do have good news concerning the big pharma thing. Martin Shkreli is now basically he's not allowed within 10 fucking yards, miles, really, of anything doing with the pharmaceutical company. Basically, he's
Wow.
banned from the pharmaceutical industry.
Okay.
It just came back a couple days ago that he is banned from anything concerned with the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was really hoping you said he jumped out of a building, but
That would have been
that
nice
would have been
too.
even better news.
That would have
That
been even
true,
better, yeah.
A building that didn't have nets,
Yes.
maybe.
Anyway.
Massive
No, in
security
our luck,
police
it would
over
be the
mask
first
policies.
floor window.
True.
The
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
floor window.
Or he'd have a golden parachute,
Oh God.
which would be pretty awesome. I want to see a parachute actually made of gold, and I want to see that douchebag actually try to use it.
Well, she wants to be famous. Let's help her out. Put up a picture again.
Yeah, let's make her famous.
Let's see a picture. There it is. Patriots versus everybody. Miss Christina Kelso. Okay. Miss Dahl, can she make a citizen's arrest here?
No, I mean, if anything, she's trespassing. This is a private property. They're allowed to decide who can come onto their property or not. Masks is a rule for them. So absolutely not. Like she's the one that doesn't know the law, not vice versa. It's just so horrendous, though, what she says to that employee. I mean, it's revealing the depths of the depravity there. To be quite honest,
Yeah, she just goes into what we were just saying earlier, so we can skip this part. We were just looking at the video itself. If anyone wants to watch it though, this is
he now has to buy all of his drugs on a street corner. Zumi in the green room, the third video from the bottom that says "I'm oppressed." Let's watch that one.
Quitties, I cannot read that. It's just a big. I'm gonna put this up on the screen just so everyone sees this.
Okay, I'm going to repost it, so it'll be the.
I can read it.
Can anybody tell me what this says? Because it's
It says
really.
F the colorblind.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, Quitty.
Yeah, it says "fuck the colorblind."
I literally cannot read
I'm
that.
being
It's
nice.
That's just like kind of an orange look to me.
Yeah, it's orange. It's orange, literally orange text, basically, but it's all in circles. So that's why you can't, because it's.
I can't read that. It's really pissing me
It does say "fuck the colorblind." Yes.
Okay, I'm just.
Now you know.
Repost it. There it goes.
Oh,
the more you know.
Yeah.
I sent MC Toon a good meme the other day. I'll post that in the green room as well.
Hi, Irish Dublin girl.
You'll probably laugh at it. Let's see. And paste. Enter. And why is it not loading? Come on.
She said, fuck the colorblind. It's going to say,
There it
fuck
goes.
you.
Yeah, right.
Oh God, yeah, MC Toon would like that one. You're so close, Kevin. Almost. Just one more turn in. It's the perfection.
Witness to perfection.
It's glorious.
I can't read the bottom. It's glorious. Okay.
It's glorious.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get back to the.
Darren Raston said, "Hey, my."
Put that one up. Oh, okay. It is on the screen. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
on a different.
Darren Raston said, "Hey, my friend Jake has that T-shirt, and he's colorblind and can't read it."
That actually
Darren,
sounds like something
I
I would
do
do.
have to ask this. Is your friend Jake, is his last name
The asshole.
It's like the equivalent of when you see people with like the Chinese tattoos and they think it says a certain thing.
Oh
and
yeah.
It says
no,
gay.
no.
Something totally different.
I actually saw one.
Scratcher.
I actually saw one that they said it stood for love. It was a Japanese kanji, and I read kanji. I know some kanji, and it actually said idiot.
I love it.
Yeah.
He was like,
Or
it
ones that
means
say like, it
love.
says soup. It says soup instead of like butterfly or something.
Yeah.
But it was kanji for idiot. And I actually told he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it says
That's
idiot.
funny though, Darren.
Dumbass.
I'm he said Darren said his mother got that shirt for him.
That's hilarious.
That's even worse
That's
to me because it's like she knows he's colorblind.
Oh, terrible.
That's awful.
All right.
Okay.
Let's they have a sense of
find
humor.
out why
more.
Darren
One
almost
more.
passed out.
Yeah, one more.
So the video we're going to take a look at today, I'm just going to be honest here, it's going to be hard to watch. I mean, this is extremely difficult to watch here. This woman, I mean, she's been oppressed. I mean, it's obvious no one should have to go through what this woman is going through here. It's absurd, really. That's all I can say. I mean, it's very clear this woman has just went through one of the most traumatizing experiences of her entire life. It really doesn't get much worse than this, folks. Now, you might be wondering, I mean, what on earth could this footage possibly be? You know, did this woman just get attacked by a bear in the wilderness? Did her entire house burn down and now she's just left stranded in the middle of nowhere? Did she just get robbed at gunpoint by a complete stranger? Well, believe it or not, it's actually far worse than any of that. This is hard to say. She's being forced to wear a mask. I know you guys are just as shocked as I am. I know every single person watching this, I know your jaw just dropped to the floor when you heard that. But I mean, believe it or not, it's a real thing, folks. It's a real thing. This is true oppression right here. I mean, when you're forced to wear a mask when you're walking around the local Walmart, I mean, your rights are just being stripped away right in front of you.
Yeah,
so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what this woman has to say here about her awful experience when wearing a mask in a store. I mean, it's really just hard to hear. And we're just gonna call this woman here Karen because, I mean, when you see this footage of her, I mean, if we're gonna put Vegas odds on it, there's at least a 97% chance that this woman's name is Karen. I mean, there's just no other possibility.
It was probably 45 minutes of having it on.
Who is
That's
this
the first time I've
woman?
worn one.
I
I am
remember.
disoriented.
He starts
I'm
crying.
a little mad, if you can't tell that already. Like, I'm frustrated, but I don't feel good physically. Like, I can tell you right now, I wasn't getting enough oxygen, and I just had on one of these little stupid things.
Okay, now first off, just stop the cap. You're telling me with one of these paper-thin masks that are made for you to be able to breathe through, they're 100% breathable. I mean, if you go anywhere in public right now, you're gonna see half the people outside wearing a mask exactly like this. You're telling me that you just can't wear them for 45 minutes. You wore it for 45 minutes and you're dizzy and you feel physically ill. You feel like you could just drop and faint on the floor right now after 45 minutes of wearing a mask.
I feel dizzy. My hands are kind of tingly. My heart is beating fast. So some of it's an emotional reaction, but some of it's a physical reaction. I understand the virus is real. Okay, I understand the virus is real. Friends, look at the numbers and tell me why everybody's living in fear.
And I quote, look at the numbers and tell me why everyone is in fear. Okay, let's look at the numbers real quick. Worldwide, there have been 5.21 million confirmed cases of coronavirus, and over 330,000 people have died from the coronavirus. And you're saying, why are we in fear? Really? Really? Does that even need to be answered? Do I need to elaborate, or do the numbers just show themselves? I mean, I don't know. There's a deadly pandemic going on that's killed over 300,000 people. Why are we living in fear? Look at the numbers. There's nothing to be worried about. I mean, do you realize how stupid you sound?
Tell me why we're putting these things on and not being able to breathe.
Literally everyone else can breathe. You just wanted something to complain about so you could post this video on Facebook and feel oppressed.
I just want to cry. Like, that's all I want to do is cry because you can't see people's faces.
I just want to cry.
You can't make human connection.
I just want to cry.
We can't hug people.
My heart with this.
We can't hold their babies.
I mean, I just can't imagine. Your life must be horrible. You can't walk around and hug people's babies in Walmart anymore. I mean, for a couple months, you have to stop hugging your friends when you see them in Walmart. I mean,
sorry,
God forbid.
but you know what?
I mean,
A little
someone clearly
inconvenience
needs to find
so
a
people
cure to
don't
the
die.
coronavirus so
Yeah.
this woman can,
You know.
hug her friends in Walmart and see their faces. I mean, how inconsiderate of the coronavirus. Did it not even think about this woman's feelings?
This
I love this
doesn't
guy,
make
though.
sense,
It's
and
great.
I'm not okay with it. Nothing about what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm not okay with this because, like, I can't hug other
I'm not
people's
okay.
children, and I can't kiss people, and I can't hug people anymore. How inconsiderate of a virus! Like, totally.
How dare it do this to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then looking at the people at Walmart website, yeah, I can just, I'm so sad that we can't see their face.
Yeah.
We can see everything else.
We should do an episode of just people at Walmart.
People at Walmart video. We need
I
to do
love
that.
that website.
There's
We need to
what's
do
funny
that,
is there's
yeah.
people that have done videos on so used to wearing a mask, we don't have to wear it anymore, and they're like, making their weird, facial things with their mouths and just, doing weird things with their mouths, because nobody can see it in the mask.
Yeah. Like me, I was wearing lipstick all day and they didn't see me because I was wearing a mask.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, wearing lipstick makes me feel more confident, okay?
There you go. You do it for you, not for them anyway.
Exactly. Anyway.
Is supported by the numbers that are out there.
Really? So apparently that wearing a mask just doesn't make sense and the numbers just don't support it at all. There's no reason for it. Karen here, the disease expert all of a sudden. Well, with this amazing, it's kind of an underground website, not too many people know about it. It's called Google. With one Google search, I was able to find the CDC recommends wearing a cloth mask for the following reasons. A cloth mask can help individuals cover a cough or sneeze, reducing the spread of germs. I mean, it's just crazy how easy it was to find that out. You'd think that instead of making this full 2-minute video, she could have just Googled it, but then there's not something to complain about on Facebook.
And I do care about you, but I also care about me and my children and my family, and I do care about my rights.
Care about you.
You don't care about
your
everyone
family
else.
if you're acting like this.
You don't care about anyone but yourself if you're acting like this. That's all you care about, Karen, is yourself. Don't even try.
And it's probably the last time I'm wearing this because I feel terrible. I feel emotionally terrible, but I feel physically like it affected me. So anyway, there you go.
It's crazy how contradictory almost everything she said in that statement was. She says, I do care about you, I do care about me, I do care about my family, and I also care about my rights. And then immediately after that, she says, this will probably be the last time I ever wear one of these masks. So first off, you don't care about other people, because if you did, you wouldn't be complaining about wearing a mask, you would just be wearing it for the sake of other people and not getting them sick. And the same with your family and children. You can't say, I do care about my family and my children whenever you're not taking the necessary steps to keep yourself and them safe. Not to mention you're setting a horrible example for your kids with this. And then probably the dumbest thing she says in this entire video here is, I do care about my rights. You know that a private establishment requiring you to wear a mask inside their building is not against your rights. I mean, I'm assuming you live in the United States, and it is not against the Constitution for you to wear a mask inside of a store. Sorry to tell you. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna wrap up this video. Don't forget to drop a
Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Zumi, look in the green room. I pulled it's just a picture. I pulled a picture from the website, Walmart.com.
Oh. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, I remember hearing Walmart. Yeah. Oh my God.
Did they get a discount too?
They
Yeah, they got
probably
free food from
one item
McDonald's.
for 20% off.
They had their reception
had
at
to be-
McDonald's inside the Walmart.
That had to be the most lovely
Maybe that's
reception.
one of the high-class Walmarts that has a Subway instead of a
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
You're
look,
right.
look, it's right next to the ATM too. Convenient.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that not open bar. Buy
Very
your own
not open bar.
drinks.
The open bar is just people going back to the beer aisle and taking one off the shelf and drinking it. leaving the
Right,
empty
right.
sitting there.
Oh my lord.
So, yeah. What have we learned tonight, people?
Don't be a Karen.
Karen does not like to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Karen doesn't like a lot of things.
Yeah, Karen
It's
doesn't
like,
like.
shoot, if you want to like complain about being physically in pain, wear a mask long enough to a point where you can't feel your ears. Then you can complain about it. No.
And if you think you don't feel good wearing a mask, you sure as hell aren't going to feel good if you catch COVID and it affected your lungs.
Yeah, and Stellarium does make a good point here.
Mhm.
I didn't get the flu the last 2 years thanks to masks and social distancing.
Yeah, me
So that means
too.
masks work.
Me too. And I also learned something. I seriously want to play SSX for some reason now.
Yeah. I just got sick beginning right after Christmas, I got sick. My son had a cold and I caught it. And I'm just now getting over it. And it wasn't COVID, it was just me getting sick, you know? It happens to me every couple of years. You know? But
Yeah. Well,
Karen, stay away from my deli. I have knives.
Punchy was telling me he got sick a couple of weeks ago, and then his roommate got sick, and
boy.
because of the virus and everything, he decided to buy a package of tests. And he
Right.
tested, and he was negative. And then
Okay.
his roommate was like, "Well, I'll take one too," and his roommate was positive.
Oh no.
And they're both fully vaxxed,
Yeah.
but
You can still
apparently
get
his
it even though you're
roommate
fully
has
vaxxed.
COVID. So
The kicker is
the
though.
Omicron variant is a lot more contagious,
Yeah.
and even if you're vaxxed, you're not 100%, but you're close to 100%.
That it's not gonna affect you badly.
Yeah, and he probably, I'm sure he was better by now. This was
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. He didn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that. And I've had 3 family members, at least, that have died from
Oh
it.
my
I've
God.
had several friends that have died from it.
Mhm.
And, since Punchy's roommate's vaxxed, he didn't have any complications from it.
Good.
Well, see,
and he wears a mask and everything like that.
the thing
So,
with me is, I have a compromised immune system,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's not good for me. Even though I am
No.
vaxxed,
It's still not good for
I'm
you.
still worried about it because yeah.
No, what was funny was last weekend we found out that both I had 2 of my neighbors had been tested positive for COVID.
Oh God.
But I had not been out of the house since before Christmas, so it was not a big deal for me. But I was looking at getting tested. Well, I went through my healthcare, my doctor. I couldn't get a test until like a week from now.
Wow.
And then most of your test at home kits are flying off the shelves. You can't even find them.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll go to Walgreens do
And
the drive-through testing. The closest Walgreens I could find that did testing was in the 2 hours away.
Jeez.
God.
I'm like, I'm not going to worry about it because I haven't been out.
Like the one that Punchy and his roommate used,
Yeah.
those are wildly inaccurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a big chance that his roommate didn't even have it.
Probably not.
And got a false positive from it. But
Yeah. I mean, that can happen anyway, even with the better
he
ones.
probably had some form of coronavirus
Mhm.
that the test at home kit thought was close enough to give him a
Right.
positive.
Well, I mean, the common cold is a coronavirus, so yeah. But I just watched myself, and I didn't get any shortness of breath or anything, issues, no fever, no nothing. It was just a lot of drainage that was making me cough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and chest colds, they're fairly common.
Yeah.
So, if you do just get a chest cold, go ahead and take a test if you can.
If you can.
Like with you, it was a little hard to, but
Yeah.
if you can, even if it is a test at home, go on Amazon and get
Mhm.
one, or call stores and try to find one.
Yeah.
And take it. Better safe than sorry.
True.
And I also learned tonight that anytime Glenn Serio makes a prediction, it's going to fail.
He's not a god,
Yeah,
or
he's
if he
definitely
is,
not a
he can
god.
still get arrested.
He's definitely not a god. No.
Well, in his own mind,
Yeah,
he is.
because
his
that
mind,
works so good for Xerxes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we learned that gods can get arrested, apparently.
Yep.
Well,
I
this was a
watched too
fun
many
show.
movies.
This was fun.
So, next week we're going to be going over Daniel Seppings, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Over
I've
what?
been doing some research
Daniel
in this
Seppings.
past, and we're
thank you.
gonna do a little bit more of a deep dive than what MC Toon went over.
And I'm trying to get FTFE to come on as well, but it's really late for him.
Timeline, yeah,
he
it is.
might not be able to make it because it's like 4 a.m. for him, right? Well, actually, 7 a.m. for him.
He's
right
also
now.
having a nice bromance there too with Limey, so.
Yeah. So yeah, you have that to look forward to next week. And I might play another game of Cards Against Humanity this week, Thursday. Or
Okay.
I might make it a bi-weekly thing. I'm not sure yet, but keep on the lookout. I will post it a day in advance if we do, so you'll know to come by the bunker in the bunker Discord if you want to play.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Turn
Yes,
on those
sir.
bell notifications. That way.
Yeah, and make it to all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click on the bell and click on all.
All. Mm-hmm.
So
all right.
You want to play us out? No, I've actually got actual music I can play.
Okay, there we go. Oh man,
I like Quitties better.
I like Quitties better. Oh.
Quit censoring Quitties.
Yeah, stop censoring Quitties.
Good night, everyone.
Bye bye, you awesome
Good night,
bipeds.
everybody. Thank you for coming.
Night.
Bye. That's nice.